hello, hello! Welcome, girls and boys and everyone else. Happy Sunday afternoon. My name is Ouroboros. I'm a 24-year-old Arrow Ace disabled variety gaming streamer. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we will be playing good old-fashioned Slime Rancher. One of my personal favorites. If you have seen any of my previous streams, you may notice that the overlays are a little bit different today. Don't panic, it's still me! I have decided that until I can afford Streamlabs Prime and or am able to establish my own personal custom overlay set, it might be a little bit fun to mix it up from time to time, match it to the game, to a holiday, to something else, just whatever I'm feeling. Today's overlay is portals. And I figured kind of matched the game, so we're using that one. I'm terribly sorry the stream is starting just a little bit late today. I lost track of time, then I was fiddling with various things, trying to get them to do things the correct way. My Twitter's still not fully set up, so I was just trying to... It's been a bit finicky. Terribly sorry. But we'll just get into this, and we'll go from there. We're gonna start a new game. Obviously we're going for adventure. I'm gonna go with the honey slime. We're gonna call it Loaf. All caps. All caps, it's called Loaf. Here we go. We're playing this game because the second one, the new one, drops on the 22nd officially. Full release. 22nd. So we're just, we are gonna do a playthrough for this one. And then hopefully on the 22nd I'll be able to afford that. And we'll do a playthrough of the new one. Straight out of the gate. I have played this game before. I am well-versed in Slime Rancher. Well-versed. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I have played a lot of it. We love the cute little blubbles. The little blubble bobs. Hello. You are fucking adorable. Come here. Come here, you little bastard. This is what you get for being so fucking cute, you need to go to cute prison. It's like horny prison, but for cute people. Cute entities. God, I'm experiencing a lot of fucking gender envy right now. Look at that. Nobody knows what the fuck you are. Nobody knows. You're pink, but does that define you? Well, yes, but not really. To be honest, I more resonate with the fucking, the boom slime. Or the tabby. A tabby boom slime is perfect. That's me as a person. That is who I identify with right there. That is... if that was a gender, that's the one I am. Exploding cat. There's not a snake slime. If there was a snake slime, that would be mine. I would be the exploding snake slime. With little, like, crystalline spiky bits. Like the crystal slime. You can only mash 2 of them together, though, in this game. I have purposely been avoiding a lot of the hype around Slime Rancher 2, trying to not get too much information about it. I like to play my games nice and blind. You know, if it's another game that's older, such as Stray. When I went into Stray, I went into it fucking blind as hell. It was great. We had a fantastic fucking time with that game. Loved it. It is on the YouTube channel now, fully. We still might do the fucking speedrun stream in that. We still have to do that. I have not done that. And we still have to finish Long Dark. But Slime Rancher is here for us, okay? We are gonna play that game when it comes out. I'm so fucking excited for it. I'm so hyped for it. I'm so hyped, guys! Is that what the kiddos say these days? Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hello, Beatrix! My name is Hobston Twilligers, rancher, explorer, and former owner of this here ranch you now call your own. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I was rancher for more years than I can remember, and I felt there was one last adventure left in me, so I've set off to find just that. But before I go, I'm taking one last tour around this here land I love. So keep your peepers peeled for notes like these, if you want to hear what an old coot has to say every now and then. Be talking to you, H. Oh, he's like a father. He's like a father, I assume. That is a gendered term. What is the gender-neutral term for parent? I know what the fucking phobics say, but realistically, in the real fucking world where people aren't stuffed in echo chambers, what's the fucking gender-neutral term for parent? Parent? I mean, parent is the only one I can come up with. Overseer. Overseer! I like that one. That one's a good one. I know I'm tooting my own fucking horn here. I support Overseer. I don't ever want to be a parent, but if I was, I would go for Overseer. Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, Mr. Hungry Blobble. It's time to fucking eat. Eat it! Eat it! Oh, don't eat those. They're not edible. I mean, they probably might be edible, but... Oh. Nice and fat. Nice and fat. Hate them being over here. I'm a bit of a neat freak when it comes to this game, if I'm honest. Ooh, what do we got? This is fancy. A starry ornament. Oh yeah, that's a good descriptor for that. Yeah, I would agree. That seems accurate. Meow. Listen, I gotta slow down. I usually play this game fucking fast and loose, but we're gonna slow it down so we can actually fill the streams coming up. You know, we got quite a few of them before the 22nd. Let's look at the calendar just to see. If I keep up my schedule, I gotta do tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got like 2 weeks of streams. And then the 22nd is, of course, a Thursday, which is usually my day off, but I highly doubt that I'll be able to resist, guys. I highly doubt that I'll be able to resist. I don't think I'll make it. I think Thursday and Friday we will be streaming, very likely. I'm not making a guarantee, but it's quite likely. Oh, it's gonna be such a good game. The little bits I've seen are very, very coaxing. Alright, we gotta put this somewhere for now. There you go. Oh, come on. You know what? We will put this somewhere a little bit nicer. It's not a whole lot of places, but... fuck it. Really? Which way is it? Oh, it's okay. I'd prefer if it was facing the other direction. There we go. I mean, it's a little clipping, but fuck it. Fix it some other time. Fix it some other time. We got shit to do. We got slimes to wrangle. Does this count as poaching? Like, what's his fucking name? Hornston something? Hobston. Hobston. If he owned this ranch, I assume that he actually made, like, a living off of it and was able to do that. But did he, like, take apart his, like, everything in order to... for some fucking reason? To accommodate poor Beatrix here? Start from scratch, bitch! Pull yourself up by the bootstraps! We don't give out handouts here! Oh, fucking boomers. Fucking boomers. Fuck this rooster. Fuck the rooster! I should not have fucked the rooster, but I fucked the rooster. He fucked off. He fucked right off, guys. He did. He did. I have got to figure out how to rename a stream mid-stream. Which isn't a depressing matter. Obviously, we will be playing the hell out of Slime Rancher today. Because we enjoy things here. But one day it's gonna be necessary. It's gonna be necessary. Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe I'll fucking die tomorrow and it won't be necessary, but I hope it's necessary. I would like to stretch out and grow this channel a little bit. I know I'm far from a professional, but you have acquired a slime plort. When slimes eat, they make plorts. The plort market. Sell your plorts here. Boop. Boop. Okay. Not quite enough. Got a number of chickens. We should invest in a coop. Because they are a good thing to get relatively early on. Get moving. A little bit. Like I said, I should not have fucked that rooster. Roosters are actually, kind of scarce and hard to come by. Because shit eats them fast. As is, you know, with everything. But they are also just, like, not common in general. Like, I feel like the gender demographics, the sex demographics of the chickens in this game are a little bit skewed. It is not 50-50. Having a nice, quaint little game today. Just chill. Nice, like, podcasty thing going on here. I don't have a lot of interesting stories to tell, unfortunately. I don't. I did not live a very interesting life. I lived a sad one, but this is not a game for sad stories. But the boat, you know, everybody heard about the boat drama yesterday. The boat is still here. We still have the shitty, rundown, dilapidated scrap heap of a boat. It's still here. The landlord, my dear father, my support person. Man, I'm a little out of it today. I'm still frazzled from yesterday, gonna be honest. A little bit mixed up, you know. Just had a coffee, hoping to wake myself up, and tea earlier, so we've had a lot of energy, but it's not really hitting me. That might be a symptom of something. I don't fucking know which one, but something. So the boat is here. My father, the support person, landlord, yada yada yada, all that good stuff. Love you, Dad. He contacted the buyer and said, Did you pay Liam? Liam is not his real name. Gonna be dead honest. Not his real name still. Contacted buyer. Buyer, instead of responding to that question of whether or not he paid Liam for the boat, texted Liam, "Hey, your landlord's asking if I paid you for the boat." So that's how I almost died last night, because we live in redneck country. And I mean that quite literally. We are in deep cattle territory here. So Liam does not own cows, but owns a trailer that he lives. Well, it's not a trailer. It is technically concrete, but it's not a magnet. I mean, they're fixing. I'm digging a hole here. They're fixing it up, but it's not. It was not originally a magnificent place. And he's trashing it more. His girlfriend's trying. So he stole this boat to sell it. As in, he posted it on several, like, for sale sites without permission from his girlfriend's landlord. Sorry, I meant to sleep. And his girlfriend's landlord is my father. It's the only property we own. It's literally in our backyard. We live on the same plot of land. It's not really, like, a landlord situation. It's not like we own a fucking apartment complex and we're not a fucking money-grubbing asshole. But, it's like a little mom and pop's rental. Except there's no mom. It's just a pop's rental. Pop's rental! Rent one singular house for $800 a month. Pretty, I'd say that's pretty decent in our economy, but I don't fucking know. So he didn't tell his fucking girlfriend he was gonna steal her landlord's boat. But I do think she was in on it now after so much has happened. This is still an event in progress, by the way. As far as I'm aware, this is still an event in progress. So, landlord contacted buyer. Buyer did not respond to landlord. Landlord is now quite angry because there is video evidence of money changing hands. And that means if he's gonna fucking profit off of... Oh, shit. Chicken. Oh, rooster. I needed the rooster. Oh, he's important. I threw the chicks away. They can't get eaten yet. But, oh, man. Are we live again? Because the last time I told this story, we had not gone to live mode again. We had not been displaying gameplay when I was telling this story. Because I'm a shitty fucking streamer, and I'm so sorry. If you were here yesterday, I'm so goddamn sorry for the end of that stream. Holy shit. It is going up on YouTube 6 a.m. Saturday. If you want to catch the story fresh as it happened. It was a mindfuck. My mind is still fucked a little bit, so I am a bit off. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll have recovered a bit more. I'm still going on about this boat because, holy shit. The audacity, you know? So, it's not even my father's boat. That's the thing. It's not even my father's boat. It's not even my grandmother's boat. It is part of an estate from my grandmother's dead friend. So, yeah, she's technically responsible for it, but, you know, it's not really like... So yeah, it is kind of her boat. But the point of the matter is, it's not my father's boat. It's not his boat. It's not even his... It's not... This man has some serious balls. It's a terrible shame he's not very fucking bright, because it's a whole-ass motherfucking boat in our backyard, which he also lives in, while a disabled person who lives at this house is here pretty much 24/7. He really somehow thought he was going to get away with this conspiracy to sell a boat with nobody knowing. And it's fascinating. Like, I haven't said this before in a stream, because obviously I'm still new to this thing, but anybody who knows me personally will know that I have a terrible, terrible, morbid fascination with stupidity. It's just entrancing to me. It's like a fucking cat watching a fish tank. It's just like, what in your tiny brain, what in your tiny empty little brain made you make that decision? Like, I feel like a dog, like, my dumbest fucking dog that I've ever fucking had is smarter than this gentleman who is trying this fucking boat-related coup. Alright, we got a mission here. No we don't. Never mind. I was hoping we did. That's like the only interesting story I have from my entire fucking life. Other than that time and this is gonna sound fucking horrible, and you know, we all grow and learn from our mistakes, so please don't hate me entirely. I was 6, but when I was 6 years old, I was on a soccer team. All-girls soccer team for my, not for my elementary school, but like a separate, like, community league thing. We didn't have like a mascot, but we were sponsored by Coney Island. So it was fucking kick-ass. We got hot dogs and milkshakes after every practice. But we also practiced on this field, and the only time slot we could get was like really fucking late. So it was like a bunch of 6-year-old girls running around in this field at like midnight. So, and we live in the fucking country, right? So there were like deer and shit that came out of the forest next to the field. But there were also fucking armadillos. And you know what armadillos do when they're fucking spooked by like loud noises of children kicking a bunch of balls and shit around? They fucking turn into balls themselves. They fucking do, don't they? So, peer pressure got a hold of me. You know how it goes. One kid runs off and goes, I'm gonna chase the fucking running ball! And kick it around! So then suddenly it's all like pack mentality, and kids go fucking savage and hard, you know? So that was part of my childhood, was just fucking chasing around armadillos and playing armadillo fucking soccer. Alright. I had a great big tree like this here one, give me a minute. What is it about reading that makes it so much harder to fucking speak? I had a great big tree like this one here, along the edge of my property back on Earth. It had been there for anyone could remember. It survived all kinds of change around it, and one day I began to notice it was dying. It wasn't anything unnatural. It was just time, I suppose. And then I realized that if I didn't do something, I'd end up like that there tree. Spend my whole life in one same place. I wasn't going to let that happen. So I bought a ticket for the far range the very next day. H. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. Terrible and dark, but sweet. I'm sorry that the death of a probably hundreds-year-old tree out of nowhere is what inspired you to move on with your life. Things, you know, people do things for weird reasons. That's a weird reason, but, you know, it's not all that weird. Like, it's a very good reason, and a reason that happens to a lot of people. But it is, if you think about it in like a grand, disconnected, kind of outside perspective, that's kind of a weird way to live, like, a weird thing to spur a decision about how you live your life. Like, that human uprooted his entire fucking existence because a tree died. Which is, you know, profound in a way. But also, fucking weird. Alright, so goal right now is to get a fucking air net for that coop so we can put some slimes in it and actually start producing homebound slimes. Goal completed. I ought to talk more about my thought process while playing this game, but honestly, this game for me is very mind-numbing. It's one of those games I play when I don't want to think, which doesn't fucking happen for somebody with ADHD, but it's numbing enough that it quiets the monologue, you know? And it just makes, so a lot of people who don't have ADHD or similar disorders don't understand what I'm talking about right now. And I'll explain it to you in a way that I understand it. Because I very recently learned this, and let me tell you, it was shocking. If you have ADHD and you don't fucking know this, I'm gonna rock your fucking world right now. In a bad way. People without that, without ADHD or similar mental disorders, their monologue shuts up sometimes. Their monologue shuts the fuck up sometimes. And there's just silence. Unless they're actively thinking about it, they don't have a fucking monologue going down. Right? That's bizarre. Like people who don't have ADHD, if you ever hear this, if you're in the chat, I don't know, I doubt it, but, because right now I don't fucking have a chat, but maybe you come across this on YouTube later in history. Our brain doesn't shut up. There's no point when there is silence in our head. Even going to fucking sleep, there's not silence. It just kind of, we just eventually fucking pass out. Or at least I do. I assume most people have that experience because that's where I've learned it from, is other people with ADHD. But we don't have, there's no off. And this is one of those games for me that offers a pseudo-off, in which the monologue quiets. Again, it doesn't shut the hell up. It never shuts the hell up. That's not how ADHD works. But it helps. You know, I like to call them blank games or numb games. You know, Minecraft is one of them. Stardew Valley can get like that sometimes. Slime Rancher is definitely a good quality apex mind-numb game. Oh, it is thoughtless. Usually, our ADHD thoughts, our monologue is, it's coherent. I wouldn't say coherent. It doesn't follow like a logic, but there are complete thoughts. They are complete whole-ass thoughts that we have. They don't make sense to other people. Our trains of thought don't fucking... We have different stations, guys. Very, very different stations. And they are very fucking random, especially to neurotypical people. But, but when we play a fucking no-thought, head-empty game, like Slime Rancher, where you're just kind of wandering the fuck around, doing things on, full-on autopilot, the monologue can just go the fuck wherever it wants, and we don't even have to pay attention to the monologue. It's about as close to quiet as we ever get up in there. And it's so good. It's so good. It is quality. Alright, now, the current goal is to fucking expand the farm, as always. And that was a fucking very ADHD tangent I just went on. I was just going on I should explain my fucking thought process. And then that was my entire fucking thought process. You saw me, just fucking flumbling around in the game, just flailing and doing absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, I was purely thinking only of the fucking words I was saying and nothing else. So I was just fucking running around on autopilot as I was fucking talking about. So, now you understand ADHD just a little tiny bit better. Just a little bit better. Because, dear God, I am Ditsin. I'm Ditsin, guys. Woo! Yeah, the ADHD today is a bit strong. A bit strong now that I've had that tangent. It varies from moment to moment. That's how it works. At least for me. It never... Shit changes. Shit changes. It doesn't stay the same. That's okay. We want a silo. A silo would be nice. Yes, I would like a silo. What does it cost for a silo? It's like 500, right? It's fucking expensive for a fucking silo. Silo. 450. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. Let's throw some carrots in with the Blobble boys. the pinkies here. The squish squishs. The squishes. The little jelly squish beans. They're so cute. Here's a thing to know about Ouroboros. Like I said, I'm still new to streaming, so a lot of information hasn't actually come out about Ouroboros yet. Here's the thing to know about Ouroboros. Ouroboros can and frequently will make a pet out of fucking anything. Don't fuck... I'm still working on that too. It's part of the questioning process. I'm sorry. I hate that I do it to myself. It makes me pissy. I can't imagine how annoyed, like, a non-binary person would be hearing me refer to myself as a gendered pronoun when I'm doing my goddamnedest to reframe myself. 'Cause, like, I'm not questioning non-binary as a singular. I'm questioning a subset, but most people understand what non-binary is on first term. Like, everything's an umbrella in the LGBT community, you know? Your non-binary is a subset of trans, but when people think of trans, they think of transitional trans, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. But then they go, non-binary, give me a minute, I'm fucking stumbling through my words, rambling so much, I'm speaking so fast. Okay, like I said, I'm still flustered from yesterday, still a little bit fucky. I'm all hyped up on way too much caffeine, but not feeling it in the traditional sense of caffeine, you know? It's not reaching it to my body, it's just in my mouth, I guess. But, so, I don't even know where I was before I fucked up and started saying she. Yes, let's go back to the original sentiment. We'll come back to the non-binary discussion afterwards. A thing to know about Ouroboros is fucking they, can and will make anything a fucking pet. I can, and I will. The only line I draw is insects and spiders. Like, I've had fish before, I currently have 2 rats, but they were wild-caught house rats that, are going to be released soon, so they're not, like, staying. They're gonna be humanely released into the forest where rats belong. I gotta sleep for the night. I do. I have dogs, I have cats, I've had snakes, I've had lizards, I've had anything and everything that has a spine. I'll make a pet. I will make a fucking pet. If I can pet it, or hold it, or touch it, it's mine. I have a problem. I'm well aware it's a problem, but I fucking love everything this world has to offer for us. Except for humans. I don't fucking like humans. Like, the world took me, held me up, and asked me 3 questions. It said, do you experience sexual attraction? And I said, fuck no. And then it said, what about romantic attraction? And I said, fuck no. And then it said, well, surely you have to have a gender identity. And I said, fuck no. And then it was like, okay, here is your existence. It is all kinds of suffering and loneliness. So I'm like, as long as it's, I know this is gonna sound fucking weird and I'm gonna call myself out here. It's just humans. It's just fucking humans. I don't fucking like people. They're people. You know? I like cats. Cats are like people, but they don't fucking... I don't know what it is about people that I don't like. I just don't like people. And yeah, people get offended by that, but it's just... people have a right to their own fucking feelings, you know? I can't change it. Trust me, I've fucking tried. I just fucking don't like people. I'm an introvert. I'm asexual, aromantic, questioning agender. I I'm pretty sure I'm also aplatonic. I'm quite happy to not have many friends. I don't have any friends right now. Maybe someday I'll have some, but I'm quite happy on my fucking own. I'm quite happy to not worry about it. Oh, come on, I'm 10 short? Fucking hell. So, the non-binary discussion we were having, now that I've finished my thought process to the most point, the non-binary discussion is the agender thing. I'm questioning agenderism, because I don't fucking vibe with gender. I don't. But it's a lot like religion. And I know that what I'm gonna say is going to offend a lot of people, and I don't mean it the way you've heard it before, okay? I know that a lot of jackasses say, it's so hard to learn! Yeah, it is, but it is also at the same time a little bit hard to learn, you know? Yes, you do it because you fucking care about other people. You put in that time and you put in that fucking effort. But it is a little bit like I was raised Baptist, you know? I am atheist now, but I still say goddamn and, you know, take the Lord's name in vain and shit like that because it was the way I don't want to say it's the way I was raised, but that kind of is it. It is because I was raised that way. And not to take the Lord's name in vain, I wasn't really taught to be a good Baptist, but I wasn't taught to be a shitty Baptist either. I was pretty lukewarm on the whole baptism thing. Baptism? Is it baptism? No. Baptistism. Because baptism is a different fucking thing. It's when you get baptized. And that did happen to me, but I don't fucking remember it. I even got I even had my fucking confirmation surgery, you know? Surgery? Fucking my confirmation, ceremony. Similar word, not quite the same. I had that and all. I didn't fucking believe in it from, like, the day I was fucking 6. I was like, this fucking doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. My parents dragged me to church, I went. You know? You don't get a lot of say when you're a fucking kid. By the way, if you're a fucking kid and your parents aren't giving you a lot of say, you are learning how to be a person, but there are also some things that aren't okay. I had abusive parents, and you know where the line is. You do. You do. If you are thinking they are abusive, and you know you're not a brat, there's a 99.9% chance that it is, whatever they're doing is fucked up. Like, I had, and I know that's a risky thing to say to a kid, but being realistic, as I said earlier, people are fucking jerks. And parents don't always know what they're doing. So, your parents might just be fucking up. Sit down, have a talk with them, say, hey, I don't like this. It's if they continue to do it, or they spit in your fucking face when you say, hey, I don't like this, in a serious tone, sit down, be calm, have a discussion. If they're still a fucking asshole about it, then that's abusive. So, I had a rant about a fucking birthday cake yesterday. Because I said so isn't a fucking reason. If your parents don't have a valid reason to be fucking your day up for, and they're just doing it for no reason because they said so, then that's fucked up and wrong. I'm not gonna go ahead and say it's abuse, but it's fucked up and wrong. If you didn't get the cell phone you wanted because your parents couldn't afford it, you're just a brat, get over it. But if your parents didn't get you the cell phone you wanted because I don't fucking know what's a good excuse for that. Because they don't want you talking to your friends, or having friends, or maintaining healthy relationships, then that's fucking abusive and not okay. Alright? And I know a lot of people go, oh, I don't want fucking politics from my fucking streamer. I'm just here to be entertained. Human rights aren't fucking politics. And that goes for fucking everything, alright? Gay people should be allowed to love. Asexual people should be allowed to not have sex without fucking being persecuted for it. Black people should be allowed to exist and have the same rights as fucking everybody else. People are people regardless of where they fucking come from. Okay? I'm on autopilot again, guys. People are people regardless of where they fucking come from. Gender and borders and money are all societal constructs that are literally fucking meaningless. Okay? None of that is real. None of that actually fucking matters. But for some fucking reason, we put so much weight. We put so much weight on that. And it's just not a thing. You think a fucking penguin gives shit about its gender? No. Okay? And a gay penguin doesn't give a shit about its gay fucking penguin lover. They just get sad when they can't have babies. Alright? And then they go fucking looking for a fucking couple that rejects an egg. Oh shit, we got our first baddie, guys. We got our first baddie. Oh, how are we gonna deal with this? Gotcha, bitch. Eh. Dealt with. You know? If we are the only animal or any entity on an entire planet that gives a shit about it, then it's not fucking real. Alright? Money doesn't like, yes, money is the crux in which we have built our fucking society, but also at the same time, society doesn't exist. Every single thing we as humans do is a social construct built upon social norms from hundreds of thousands of years. But that doesn't mean it has to stay. Just because it's tradition doesn't mean it's good, you know? And a lot of people go, oh, this whole fucking trans thing is new. First of all, it's not. It's not. Trans has been a fucking thing since forever. And people go, and I get the... I'm not, like, a transitional trans. I am non-binary, questioning, technically. So I wouldn't even go so far as to claim I am this, so I've experienced it. I'm not gonna make that bold assumption, bold claim there. But I have experienced the fucking asexual hatred. So I feel like it's... I'm not gonna say it's similar. It's not fucking similar. But it's always the same fucking argument, you know? Oh, this thing didn't exist in the past. What the fuck did you think a spinstress was? What do you think a fucking spinstress was? They were the fucking women that rejected men, that rejected women, made a fucking killing spinning fucking yarn, and lived alone. The fucking same thing with the crazy cat lady thing. She's not fucking crazy. She's happy to be alone with herself. You know? All these fucking... We had idioms for these people that have existed throughout history, and we make them out to be demons, but... If you look at the fact that these idioms and these fucking sayings and notions and ideas exist, the fact is that proves that you're wrong. These ideas, this LGBTQ, the alphabet mafia isn't fucking new. Alright, what do you think cowboys were doing alone on the fucking prairie at night? Huh? They were fucking each other, and they were fucking their horses too, but more importantly, they were fucking each other. Because that's what people do. The Romans, the fucking gladiators, they thought that having homosexual relationships strengthened bonds so that they would be better in fucking combat, dude. It was fucking tough as nails to fuck your bro. You know? And the women would shave their heads bald when their husbands came back from war because it made it easier for them to fuck them if they looked a little bit more like a goddamn dude. So, don't fucking Start with me, alright? Human rights are not political. And if you consider them political, get out of your fucking echo chamber and go outside and see the world. Because you've been locked in a box too long. I'm sorry, I get off on these rants. I've had a rough day and I'm very grumpy because I got in a fight online with some idiot who didn't want to acknowledge my existence, and people go, oh, where's my white pride parade? Hold on, let's read this before we get into this again. This entire cave system was sealed off from a cave-in when I first discovered it. Maybe that's why the fellows up ahead are so grumpy. Haven't had a bite in a long time. Any case, don't let that long-awaited bite come from your own rump. Bring us some food to calm them down. So they go, oh, where's the straight parade? Where's the straight parade? Where's the white pride month? Where's all this shit? The vast majority of people don't want you dead for some simple, minute, unimportant part of your existence. So you don't get that. You don't need awareness. People know about you. People don't forget about white people. Okay? People do not need to be made aware of your continued existence. Okay? We fucking know you exist. You won't fucking shut up about you existing. Alright? If you are the majority, shut up. Like, I get it. I get it. Everybody wants attention from now and then. You know, it's important. That's part of the human existence, is seeking attention. I was always happiest when I was by my lonesome. Places like this old quarry really suited me. Nice and quiet, and mostly empty. So I figured that life on the far, far range would suit me just well. And well, wouldn't you know it? I came all this way, and the first person I see, well, she changed how I saw things, I guess. Quiet wasn't good enough anymore. I liked her laugh. Aww. And yeah, that gets a lot of people mad when you say, but you're not who we're fucking talking to. You know? People don't like being left out, I guess. But sometimes you just don't fit in a space. Okay? If you're a man, you don't fit in a women's space. If you're a white person, you don't fit in a black space. Okay? That's just the way. There are some spaces specifically designed for a certain kind of minority, and they need to be safe for only that kind of minority. Okay? Because nobody but that kind of person fully understands the extent of what the problem is. Like, I'm a white bitch. I don't fully understand police brutality against black people. I know it's a fucking problem and it's not cool, but I will never fully understand it. I was not raised as a black person fearing for my life from the police. I don't understand it. I don't have that experience in me to go, well, I don't see it as that big of a problem. Because I don't you know, that's not how it works. Okay, we can finally get this fucking silo, and I really should stop ranting like this because I'm pissing people off. I know it. I'm gonna get, if anybody ever watches this video, I'm gonna get angry fucking idiots in my fucking comments going, you don't understand anything. Yeah, I know that. I don't know shit. That's the point I'm trying to make, is I don't know shit. And neither the fuck do you. Neither the fuck do you. That's the problem. Everybody's always making judgments about every fucking body else, but they don't fucking know anything. Nobody knows anything. And that's why people are assholes. Everything we exist on is a fucking social construct based on perception of other people who don't know anything. And this is why people suck. I think that's where we started, right? We started with people fucking suck. But no, this is a good quality, head empty fucking game in which we just let our thoughts go. We just let. we just. Oh my god, that's where we started. We actually started with ADHD. Oh my god. If this isn't the epitome of ADHD fucking thought processes, let me tell you. Oh my god. So this is a thoughtless game, guys. We don't have fucking thoughts. And I do try not to get... I'm gonna go off on the rant again, going because of the fucking... Again, this is an entirely social perception of what this discourse is, because, again, human rights aren't fucking political, but they have been politicized, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's now a fucking political issue some fucking how, which is bull fucking shit. I'll say it again. Bullshit. Human rights are not a fucking political stance. Every fucking human has the same goddamn fucking rights, and you don't get the choice to take them away or give them. They are irrefutable, immutable, fucking non-discussive attributes. Trans people have the right to be comfortable in their own fucking bodies, so they get to transition. End of story. Black people have the right to exist and be happy and be free and live their fucking lives like everybody fucking else, okay? And gay people get to love each other like straight people do, okay? They get to be in the public, they get to be married, they get to be free and happy and love the life they live, and I'm getting into it again, but that's not the point. Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to pause the stream and handle something real quick, okay? It is just an issue for my father. I will be back. Be back. Please excuse the long intermission. It is mice release time. Rat release time. As I said earlier in the fucking stream, I gotta release these rats back into the wild where they belong. But I have to catch them first. I'm gonna put them back into a box or a bucket or something to get them out of the fucking cage they're in right now so we can transport them. But they are not having it. They're not having it. My goodness, terribly sorry about that nice long pause there. That awkward silence. Yeah. As I, cut in real quick to say, it was, my father decided suddenly, spur of the moment, let's just get rid of these dang rats. I've been keeping them in one of my old snake terrariums, just because we caught them, and I didn't want to kill them, because they were fresh little baby rats. So we hung on to them for a little while, like a week or two, and now they have been released gently out into the forest, somewhere they belong, to make their little rat lives, you know, to live and be happy as rats, I guess. Okay, let's get back into this, and let's hopefully not go on another fucking rant, because it's not good watching. It's not good watching. I'm not trying to be a politics channel or a fucking human rights advocacy channel. I'm just trying to have some fun, you know? So we released the beautiful little rats. They're off on their lives. And apparently, unrelated story. My dog has a boo-boo on his foot. So I had to do some medicine, do some veterinary work on my poor little baby boy. The big dog. Noodle. His name's not Noodle, but we call him Noodle because he looks like one. Except he's not yellow, he's Oreo colored. But we call him Noodle because he's a greyhound, and greyhounds are noodle horses, so we call him Noodle. And I love him. He is my baby. He's my service dog, and apparently he has a very nasty penchant for peeling the pads off his paws like the rind off of an orange. And he's done it again. You absolute mook. So you just smack some Neosporin on there and put a boot on him, and he'll get over it in a couple days. Which I would not recommend doing, like, vet work yourself at home unless you've been, like, trained to do at least, like, first aid. And, I have. And he's done this same fucking thing so many goddamn times, I could practically do it in my fucking sleep. He's magic. I legitimately don't know how he fucking does it. Because he'll do it on a day when he has not even gotten out of fucking bed. He'll have slept for 16 hours and then got up and been limping, and I'll be like, what the fuck happened to you? You were passed the fuck out? You didn't even move. You weren't even dreaming. He is a magician. And the other one's an escape artist. Like, we'll go to walk the dog, the big dog, specifically. We'll go to walk the big dog alone, which doesn't happen often, but sometimes BJ will decide that he doesn't want to go outside, right? BJ is the little dog. The little dog will decide, I don't want to go outside. You know what? I'm not interested in going outside while you're doing that thing with the big dog. I just don't want to bother. So he'll make his stand and go, nah. And we'll go, alright, fine, if that's how you feel. We won't force you to do it. It's not like it's a crisis. We walk them enough that... Hello? That was very loud. Alright, have fun. Enjoy the football game. That's Dad leaving the house. Temporarily. He'll be back tonight. Gonna go watch the football game with his beautiful, lovely girlfriend. What question? He's got a little bit he can eat for a couple days. Alright. How much food does my dog have? He's running a little low, but he'll make it. He'll make it. I think we're waiting until payday, which is like Monday, weirdly. His pay schedule's fucked up, and of course I rely upon his pay schedule because I don't get fucking disability. Because fuck our government, it hates people. Alright. America, shape the fuck up. Ableist nation. That's what it is. Everybody goes, it's a Christian nation. No, it's a fucking ableist nation. Totally different subset of dickbag. Which which is not to say that every fucking religious person is a dickbag, but a lot of them are. Which is, again, like a bad apples situation. Like, I don't think a lot of them actually are. I think it's more that bad apples are always the fucking loudest. They're so fucking loud. Why do people who are dicks have to be so goddamn loud? Just shut up. I think Steve Hofstetter said it best. We don't ever... Since the discovery and the creation of the internet... Since the creation of the internet, there was no discovery involved, I don't think. Since the creation of the internet, people now engage with crazy. Instead of just, like, crossing the fucking street like they used to. Like, if you see a crazy person in the wild, you just walk away. You cross the street. You don't engage. You ignore them. But if you see it online, for some reason, you're just, like, compelled to be like, you're fucking insane. And this probably comes back to my fucking morbid fascination with stupid and insane people. But we're going on a rant again, guys. We're going on a rant again. We're not doing it. My dog hurt his foot, okay? My dog hurt his little foot, and he was limping, so I pulled out the Neosporin, the antibiotic ointment, and I just fucking slathered that puppy. Just took the whole toe. He's very good with his feet. Most dogs aren't. He's a good boy with his feet. He just let me have it. I picked out which toe it was that he'd managed to peel the fucking pad off of, like, oh, it's so good. It really is that fucking, like, satisfying. Like, when you stick your finger under an orange peel and it just comes off in that big piece. It's just like that. He does that to, like, a toe. And he pulls that piece off. And did I sleep until morning? Apparently I did. Does not look like morning. He just pulls that hunk off. That whole fucking piece. I don't think I did. I'm gonna go try again. And he just peels a big chunk off. And it's not particularly gruesome. Like, it doesn't actually bleed a lot. In fact, I don't think it's ever bled at all. But it's just like the pad part of their foot pad, you know? Like a toe bean. Like, it's not even the whole toe bean. It's just like a piece of toe bean. And it flaps off like when you get like a paper cut on like the surface, so it's like just like a slice in there. And sometimes the flap falls off, sometimes it heals. Most of the time it falls off, but it's apparently harmless. It doesn't bleed. It hurts because their flesh is raw. It's like when you over scrub like a callus or something and it gets to the baby skin underneath that's not even like really skin yet. And it hurts for a little bit. You put some antibiotic ointment on there, it heals up in a couple days. And apparently the pad just, like, if the slice falls off, the pad just fucking regrows like a fucking lizard tail. It's wild. Because he's never, like, he's had this happen a lot on all of his feet, and he's got all his fucking pads, and it doesn't even scar over. It's just like, okay. That'll be a week that you're having a time, but once and it's remarkable because, like, sometimes he won't even limp. Sometimes I'll just be doing his feet, like his nails, and sometimes I put some, like, Vaseline on his feet to keep his pads soft. And this motherfucker and I'll just fucking find one, a little one or something. But sometimes it is a little bit rougher and he has to limp a little bit. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, he's gone and done it again. Because it's the only fucking thing he ever does to his feet. He's gone and done it again. So, you just pull out the boot, you pull out the acetaminophen, you fucking, like, cement the flap down with this acetaminophen. Like, you pull the flap back, slather that goo all over the raw bit. This is not gory. Don't, like, if you're imagining this is gory and you're starting to scream, it is not. It's not at all gory. There's, like I said, it's not blood. It's not anything. It's just like a pinker spot and a flap of what is essentially cardboard. And, you cake that shit in acetaminophen and stick the pad down. Sorry, I smacked my mic with that. And stick the flap down. And Like I said, it'll either fall off later or heal back with the aid of the acetaminophen stickiness. And then I put one of his work boots on because I don't have any medical boots. I have to put them. I have to get some. But just slap his work boot on, and he's fine. Doesn't even limp anymore. And he handles that shit. He's like, yeah, this happens. I don't think he had that issue in his racing days because it was always either dirt or sand that he was on. You know, dirt in the paddock and sand on the track. So, I guess it's maybe like he's encountering like rocks or sticks or something in our yard, or maybe he's just like, like I said, it's magic. I don't fucking know how he does it. He just, like, there will be a day when we don't even fucking go outside, because it's like too hot or something. We just won't even go fucking outside at all, or if I'm like not feeling well or something, and he'll still fucking get one. It's magic. I don't know how else to it's like fucking Houdini if Houdini was into self-harm. Well, I guess Houdini was kind of into self-harm, but in a very roundabout way. Hello. Hi, guys. No, I don't have anything for you. I'm good. I'm good. They're like fucking Jehovah's Witnesses going, hey, have you heard about our Lord and Savior food? Could you food us, please? Give us food. We're drooling. We want food. How do they even fucking know I have it? Huh? Have you seen Jesus? You fucking lost him again? Have you found Jesus? You misplaced a whole ass man again? How come you guys are always losing him? Nothing gets me more than the blatant misinterpretation of the Bible, though. Like, everybody's like, Jesus was a white man. No, the fuck he was not. He was born of a very dark woman. And assumedly a very dark man as well. They were dark-skinned as hell. And I doubt his hair was blonde. I also want to know where they found people named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In the fucking Middle East. Because everything that happened in the Bible happened in the fucking Middle East. That's not... How'd you do that? Where'd you find all these people with white people names? Way back in, like, 2,000 years ago. I'm sorry, I know some people are religious, but your religion doesn't always make a lot of sense. And I'm not trying to poke holes in your faith, you know? If you're, if you're faithful, you're faithful, and I respect that, but... I'm sorry, I shouldn't be making jokes. I shouldn't be making jokes, but you are the majority, so I'm allowed to laugh at you. Also, don't think that's how it works. I'm sorry. So we got a starry ornament. Got another one, that's 2. And we got 2 cloudy ornaments. So we're amassing a small collection of ornaments. I'm hoping they change. I don't know how often they change. I don't know if it's like a save-based system, or if it's like separate. But I do like the ornaments. I like to collect as many as possible. And the wisps are good too. Look at that. Let's fix that broken one now. Now that we're starting to collect a number of them. And they're adorning our beautiful farm. Lovely. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, and I really shouldn't say ladies and gentlemen to them. I don't think they adhere to anatomy, to human anatomy and gender standards. It's like saying ladies and gentlemen to a fucking cuttlefish or a mushroom. That's not how fucking science works. I'm sorry, guys. My little slimies, my little Bulbous, Blorbs, droplets. What other synonym for what the fuck shape you are can I use? Let's mix it up a little bit. Gumdrops. My buttons. Wonder how the game's going. if it's even started yet. It doesn't start till 8, right? That's what I was notified of. Why the fuck did he leave at 4? Why did he fucking leave at 4 for a thing that doesn't start till 8? He's not going to a live game. He's going to my grandma's house like 3 blocks away. Dude! Ow. So, yes. I apologize for the incredibly long intermission earlier. I hope that actually went well. As in, the fucking intermission screen looked alright and all that. I haven't fiddled with it a lot. This is, again, a new fucking overlay. I set it up yesterday and just kind of smacked some shit around, and that's that. But this will be the overlay for both Slime Rancher and Slime Rancher 2. I liked it. I thought it was very fitting because it's a little bit, like, techie, but not... Oh, man, that was fast. I didn't get to get anything out of him. He came and he fucking went. They came and they fucking went. I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. Fucking sorry. And now that we're an hour and a half in, I think it's a good time to remind the general, royal, ambivalent we guys, anybody who is or is not watching in current live chat or on YouTube later down the line. Friendly reminder, I am a 24-year-old questioning non-binary, specifically agender, and if you would like to support this channel at all, in any way, shape, or form, if you could like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff you do for everybody else you enjoy. If you could do that, follow, put on the notifications and all that. I know it's a tried and tired old fucking love me, I need your attention, here's how you pay me kind of thing that we hear from fucking everyone. But it really is important and you really should do it. It's how creators get their names out, it's how creators get a following that helps them receive ad revenue, it's how, you know, it's how shit actually gets done in the artistic world. Okay. I'm small, I'm starting out, I'm trying to get shit going. I currently have, what, 5 followers right now? My loyal and loving followers that I haven't seen since I've played Stray. I'm sorry, guys. I know. I am a variety streamer. This is a variety of games, and we play just for the hell of it. If ever I get funding for it, that would be awesome, but I'm not really expecting my life to suddenly become fucking Markiplier's, but... And I use Markiplier because Markiplier is actually a fucking decent dude, and we don't talk about the other one on this channel. We don't talk about the other big fucking name in gaming commentary. We can talk about Rooster Teeth, we can talk about, I don't know, fucking... Quaife and Quate, or whatever the fuck his name is. We can talk about... Mark, we could talk about Bob and Wade, we can, I don't know, a lot of other fucking people. Those are the ones that come to mind. We don't talk about the PP. We don't talk about PP. He is PP. And if you don't know why we don't talk about him, just Google that. Google the whole, white supremacy thing going on there. 'Cause that happened. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I refuse to fucking engage in content enough to find out, just in case it is, and then I don't want to have supported him for that, you know? So I avoid that now. I assume I assume he didn't lose that many followers, actually, you know, because he's still one of the tops, and that's not cool, but listen, don't be a jerk. That is the whole thing about life, is don't be a fucking jerk. But everybody's a jerk. In some way or another, everybody is a fucking jerk somehow. I hate to tell you that, because everyone includes you, but everyone is a jerk somehow. Every human being with a brain is somehow a dick. Somehow. Everybody. Like, I'm an asshole because I'm saying this, you know? I'm an asshole in a lot of fucking ways. But, yeah. Let's not get into that rant again, because I don't know why I'm ranting so much today. I think it's part of me being so fucking frazzled about a thief trying to steal my grandma's boat. I think I'm still a little fucking out of my mind, and I'm taking it out on fucking everything that exists that I don't like. So, I guess this is a good stream for anybody who wants to know who I am as a person and what my morals are. There you go. Fucking people have the right to exist, and don't be a fucking asshole. I'm so radical. I'm so radical left. Oh my god. I don't know where to put these now. Let's do this. I don't like that. A little closer. There. Now they're like hanging on the fence or something, I guess. One day I'll be... I just want to get enough of a chat one day. Just enough, like, of a little bit of a following to just be able to hold a poll one day. Hold a poll one day and go, hey, here are the 2 choices of games that I want to play today. Which one do you want me to play? That's what I would like. That's my goal in life right now. Just enough of a cult following to, go, hey, do you want me to play Cult of the Lamb, or, I don't know, what's another one that I wanted to play? Alien Isolation. Man, now I have a whole jar of rat food that I don't, and a bag. I have one of those giant, like, pound bags of rat food that I just don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with now that I don't have rats. I was just trying to keep them alive, but then they were like, it turned out they were a boy and a girl, and they were doing the dirty, and that wasn't really, you know, ideal, so rather than, you know, take them to a vet and have them castrated and shit like that, because they were literally fucking wild house rats, we just, returned them to the wild. But not in a house. So, alright, we're gonna start, like, cultivating chickadoos. Chickadoo, chickadoo. Chickadoo. I wonder if, like, the fucking chickens and shit were brought here by initial settlers, or if, like... I can't wait to find out what, like, the lore behind the next game is. Like, is it still Beatrice? Beatrix? I don't remember what her name is. I think it's Beatrix. Is it still her? Did she, like, buy a second fucking farm? We are going to, when night comes, I think we'll catch Philosopher Slimes as our second slime of the stream. We could go for rock slimes. That's a pretty standard one usually around this point, but why the hell not go for something a little bit more unusual? Like, yeah, they're a little bit harder to accommodate for. I get those words mixed up a lot, I'm sorry. I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday on yesterday's stream. I did it again. And my throat's a little sore. My throat is a little sore, guys, today. I apologize. I know it's not... I don't think it's the flu again. Dear God, I fucking hope it's not the flu again. because that whole flu thing, it's worse than even you guys know. Anybody that's been following me for any length of time, given that nobody has. So, I started streaming very recently. It was like 2 weeks ago, tops, right? And I had the flu. I started streaming with the flu. I didn't wait till it was over. Nah, I just went, fuck it, I'm gonna start streaming. Even though I've got a fucking horrific flu, and I really should be in bed, dying, but decided to fucking stream anyway. But that was the second time I had that same fucking flu in a month. I had the flu twice. I had the flu, right? It was so bad. It was like the worst sick I've ever been. Very fortunately, it was not COVID, but it could have been. Like, I took like 18 COVID tests because I was certain it was COVID, but all of them came back negative, and I'm like, I'm fucking dying. And it started with this one terrible headache one day, and then the headache went away, and it came back as like, it was a little better, but it was still a headache. But it also came back with the flu. And I'm gonna call it a flu because I don't think it was like a fucking cold or anything. It was too fucking hardcore for that shit. And, it haunted me for like 2.5 weeks. It was miserable. I couldn't breathe at night. I was coughing my lungs out. I'm pretty sure I coughed so hard I bled at one point. It was terrible. I was vomiting. I couldn't move. It was terrible. And then it went away. I was like, oh, thank fucking God it's over. I've survived what would have killed someone in the 18th century. Yay. I fully understood how and why people died of influenza before the advent of standard cold medicine and shit like that. You know, before NyQuil, people fucking died. So I totally got it. I was like, I never understood it before, now I fucking do. It went away for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then the fucking headache came back, and I'm like, and it was just as bad as that first headache. And it was one of the worst headaches of my entire life, and I'm like, no. It was such a distinctive headache. I don't know if you could ever say that about a fucking headache that wasn't that headache. It was so identifiable that when I got it the second time, I'm like, no, not again, I can't handle this, not again. I was just about to start streaming because I had decided that Saturday I was gonna start streaming, and I was super fucking excited because I've been putting it off for so goddamn long. I've been putting it off for 6 fucking years, you know? 6 fucking years, because I have every fucking kind of mental illness that makes me go, I can't do this. And then my brother said to me, he said, I'm gonna start streaming soon. And I said, I've been wanting to do that for so long, but it's just so much work, and I'm not ready, and yada yada. And he goes to me, he says, just fucking do it. And I'm like, I can't just do it. And he says, I'm gonna do it. You can either do it with me or not do it. And I was like, I don't want him to do it without me. I want to do it too. I want to be the famous one in the family. I want to be the streamer of the family, because he's got like kids and shit, and he's like a doctor, and he's already got everything going for him. You son of a bitch. And and I want the attention for once. But he's like, and then like, you know, it kind of like just dawned on me that like, and I've heard it somewhere before, but never really like applied it to anything before. Anything worth doing at all in your life, anything at all, writing a book, streaming, fucking drawing, math, anything you want to do in your life that you keep putting off for any reason, if you think you're not good enough or whatever, anything worth doing in your life, anything at all, is worth doing poorly. And my brother put it this way, he said, sucking at something is the first step towards being kinda good at something. So yeah, I fucking started streaming while fucking deathly ill with a fucking flu that I got for the second. Why am I still picking berries that I know my fucking pockets are full of? I'm sorry. Again, on autopilot. When I start just talking continuously, autopilot. Full on. Like I said, this game is a fucking no thoughts, head empty fucking game. Like the face he has right now, the face this slime has right now, that's my face. That's my face right now as I'm talking to you. That's the face I'm making, just full on. There ain't nothing behind those eyes. Ain't nothing. Can you tell I'm Southern? Friendly reminder, not all Southern people are dicks. Some of us down here, we give a shit about people. I try. I do not understand every fucking plight that every person suffers. But I do my fucking best to be open-minded and understanding that people have fucking problems sometimes. And that's how the world works. And it's being compassionate that makes us human. And that's why Jeff Bezos isn't a fucking human. Welcome to my TED Talk. But, yeah, there's a reason being humane is spelled the way it is. And it's considered a way of being compassionate. And I'd never fucking understood that for a very fucking long time, and part of me still doesn't because people are fucking jerks again. Man, we should go back to the boat. The boat was a safe topic. This is a really get to know your fucking streamer stream, isn't it? Hi, my name's Ouroboros. I don't tolerate bigots. But seriously, I don't fucking tolerate your shit. I don't. I don't at all. The reason that bigots are so fucking loud in the world, like, if you're any kind of minority, disabled, LGBTQ, minority of race, BIPOC, whatever the fuck, you know? The reason that the bigots are so fucking loud is because they're dying. They are dying out, and acceptance is spreading in the world. That's what's happening. That's why they're so fucking noisy. Alright? Because one, assholes are always the fucking loudest. And two, they are fucking dying out. They are becoming the minority. And finally, it's a minority that deserves to be oppressed. Okay? These bigots, these assholes, these jerks that just want to shut you fucking down for no valid reason are finally dying out. The millennial generation, like 75% of the world, is good, okay? They are open-minded, good people. And it's only spreading more as these younger generations are being born, okay? And growing up now, because, like, Gen Z is starting to have kids of their own now. Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking old. I've been told that I'm not a millennial, which confuses me, because I was, 1998 is pretty much the turn of the millennia, and that's... I know for a fact my brother's a millennial, but I don't know if I am. I've assumed that I'm in the between. Because, like, I've been told I'm not, and I have been told that I am, and I've been told that, no, it ends at, like, 96, and yada yada. So I've just, like, labeled myself as between the spots. I assume that's where I fall. Someone will tell me that I'm not, I'm sure. And people will argue with them, because I'm in a fucking weird time period. A wuckin' time period, if you will. Don't know why I mashed those words together, but I fucking did. And, yeah, 24 is quote-unquote old these days to these young kids. I'm not hip anymore. I've waited too long to start streaming. These last 6 years, I've lost relevance, guys. I don't think I was relevant 6 years ago. I was one of those perpetually online idiots that didn't fucking leave the house. You know, I've always been that way. Because the outside world is scary. And there's a lot of triggers and shit out there. Invisible disabilities matter. Stop fucking gatekeeping disabilities for us. Yada yada. So, yeah. And that's another discourse. Can we stop fucking gatekeeping minorities? Just for the record, if fucking somebody's disabled, they're fucking disabled. Just because they look like they're abled does not mean that they are not. That they are abled, you know? That's not how it fucking works. Like, I'm not a functional person. Okay? I am not capable of doing the things capable people are able to do. Just because I'm not in a wheelchair or blind does not mean that, you know. And some blind people get away looking able-bodied. So, I don't fucking understand that. Can we stop the fucking, you don't look disabled shit? Fuck you. Okay? That's dipshit behavior. That right there is dipshit behavior. That's dumb bitch hours. Pull your fucking head out of your ass. Okay? What does somebody with a heart defect look like? What does somebody with fucking diabetes look like? What does somebody with asthma look like? What does a blind person look like? You know, just because, like, it's like some people only think that only people in wheelchairs are disabled, and like, yeah, they are, usually, for the, you know, obviously they are, but they're not the only kind of disability. And that's not to say that people with wheelchairs get it easy, it's just, oh, damn it, I didn't get that rooster in time. Did not get that rooster in time, guys. But, just don't be that person, okay? If you see somebody parking in the fucking disabled parking spot, 9 times out of 10, they have a reason to be there, okay? 9 times out of 10, they aren't being a fucking asshole, okay? Because, yeah, everybody's a jerk somehow, but a lot of people understand that they are assholes and do their utmost to be less of an asshole than their nature inclines them to be. Okay? And a lot of people who are assholes, as in everybody's a fucking asshole, but a lot of people aren't that blatant with their assholery, okay? Now, yeah, some people are, but like I said, dicks, real hardcore jackasses are always the fucking loudest, okay? So every once in a while, fucking Karen will park in the disability spot without a fucking placard, and she's a cunt. She is a fucking cunt, okay? That's shit behavior. And every once in a while, fucking Ellen will put a fucking service dog vest on her fucking chihuahua that doesn't fucking know how to shut the fuck up at a store and is very clearly not a fucking service animal. And she's a fucking cunt. But, and sometimes Ken from accounting will fucking slap your ass when you're trying to fucking print something at the printer, and he's a fucking jackass. And sometimes your neighbor Jerry will try to steal, like, a foot of your land by building a fucking fence on your yard, and he's a fucking cunt too. But not a lot, most people are not loud about how they're an asshole. You know? most people see their asshole tendency and go, oh shit, I should work on that. Like, I'm a loud asshole because I'm an asshole about shit like this, you know? And I fucking curse a lot. I'm trying to work on it, but no, it's not happening. I'm sorry. This is just who the fuck I am. I say fuck. I say fuck and shit and cunt and all those bad words that your mommy doesn't want you to hear. But you want to know why I fucking say them? Because they're fucking words. And I learned a long time ago that words, nobody should be afraid of any kind of word. I don't care what it is, if it's a dirty word or whatever, it's a fucking word. It's a word. Okay? And I'm sorry that aspects of my vocabulary might scare you or might make you a little bit uncomfortable. They're fucking words. And words have meaning. And fuck and shit mean different things than banging and poop, okay? They just have different fucking meanings, alright? And I've gone full fucking autopilot again. I missed the night in which I was supposed to collect Philosopher Slimes. I've accrued a lot of money. Get to know your streamer today! We had a lot of fun on Stray. We were just making shits and giggles. We went on a little bit of a rant yesterday for Long Dark, but today, head empty, ADHD is ruling. I am apparently angry today. So we're dealing with that. We're all suffering from my fucking wrath. Fear me. Okay. Maybe we don't want Philos, because they are a little bit more expensive. So we're going to, I want to pick something exciting. Something different. Tabbies are too hard right now, because we don't have a successful meat farm going over here. We just have the little babies. Here's what we'll do. How's this doing? Jetpack, 350. If we get 350, we'll go on an adventure, and we'll get crystal slimes as our second slime. As our first, actual, fucking go out there and get it slime. Because every slime except for fucking pink slimes is actually takes a little bit of effort to go get. But pink slimes don't really count as, a first slime, because they don't require effort. And they kind of already exist on your farm, so I am tempted for rock slimes, but that's too boring! That's classic! Let's get some mix-up going here. And I should do a mission. I saw that was functioning now. I should do one of those. That might be a thing to do with my time. That might be a thing to do with my time that distracts me from ranting on and on about quote-unquote political issues. There, that's not a way to say it that doesn't get me to fucking rant for another 15 minutes. That's all this fucking stream has been, is me ranting about human rights. Cubes and puddles, huh? Okay. Cube berries and puddles. That's not too hard to get. It's not too hard to get. It's a little inconvenient. And I don't have the, fucking wilds unlocked yet. This is gonna be impossible to watch on YouTube for some people. This fucking stream is gonna be so hard to watch. It's, oh man. Just some fucking 12-year-old boy sounding person ranting about fucking human rights for 2 hours now. Oh no. I'm sorry. Listen to me go off. Clap, clap. Hot takes. Controversial opinions. They really aren't controversial, but that's not the point. Alright, we are here for the poodles. The poodle slimes. The wet boys. Those slappy wet boys. like an aroused trans man. Wet boy! Oh, that's a... Is that an acceptable trans joke? I'm sorry. It's hard to stream alone, especially in the learning process of learning how to stream at all. It can be difficult to stream alone because sometimes, especially if you're neurodivergent, sometimes you don't realize that you're being a bit much. So, Ouroboros status report. I don't want to come out and say it like this, but maybe it's for the best I just rip the band-aid off. It's, my invisible disabilities are not few in number, and my neurodivergencies are not few in number. And my neurodivergencies have led to more physical disabilities due to if you have certain neurodivergencies for long enough, it can seriously affect your physical health. So if you have neurodivergencies, you know, depression, PTSD, autism, ADHD, shit like that, you should see a doctor regularly, have your immune system checked, have your balance checked, have speech patterns should be checked. Just, there's a lot of littler, quote-unquote, things that can go wrong over time. I know this from experience, so, like I said, just, I don't know all the things that can go wrong. I'm far from an expert in even my field, because I don't have the motivation for that shit. But the point is, my PTSD, because I have PTSD, that's one of my checklist bingo card moments there, guys. Bingo! PTSD! Yay! My PTSD has really fucked my equilibrium up. So, if I bend over, like, you know, like to pick up a box from off the ground, I will fall over. Not every time, but statistically it's likely. I have fallen downstairs before. My dog sometimes keeps me upright. I have a service dog for all of my fucking issues, but some of his PTSD tasks are, if I'm wobbly, lean on me. Help me up. You know, shit. So like that. And that's also probably why I stutter so much. Why I have such a hard time speaking. You know, and I won't say I have been diagnosed with autism, because that's not entirely accurate. But, essentially, I've had 2 separate psychiatrists say that I need to be tested for it. Which is a friendly way of saying, hey, you have this, but I'm not accredited enough to tell you that you have this blatantly. You need to go see a specialist. As far as psychiatry goes. They want you to see an autism specialist to get properly tested and diagnosed for it. So, but my support person is afraid of me filling another row of my fucking neurodivergency bingo card, and so he's afraid to take me to get tested. I love you, Daddy. I'm sorry, but it's true. I know you don't like me putting it that way, but it's fucking true and you know it. I need to be tested for autism, and his argument is, well, maybe it's just symptoms of all your other shit, which is the best argument I've ever fucking heard for that. I don't have autism, it's just every fucking thing else wrong with me. It's just everything else. It's your fucking childhood trauma and your fucking MDD and your dysthemia and your fucking hell. That's hilarious. And I'm allowed to giggle about it because it's my life and it's fucking morose and sad, but sometimes you have to have that sense of humor if you've been fucked over, you know? Fucked over by the genetic lottery. Giggle about it every now and then. You know, it's like a frickin' Jewish comedian, you know? Steve Hofstetter! Yeah, people didn't fucking like me, so here's the funny story. I like Steve. Steve's a good one. So's Drew Lynch. John Mulaney's a classic. Don't we all love fucking John Mulaney? Oh, man. I don't really watch a lot of comedians because it's not really my forte. But, what up? There's usually 2 in this pond, and I'm very annoyed. Oh, so here. I used to come here when I needed a good soak. It's a great way to clear your head. Sometimes I'd catch a puddle slime blushing, and I could never tell if it was because I was in my bathing suit or not. Oh shit! Skinny dipping! Man did some skinny dipping, which I know that was a wild left field interpretation of that statement, but skinny dipping! Skinny dip. Dip dip skinny. Maybe I ought to get honey slimes instead. We could do like a fruit-based system. Then again, we could easily do a fucking vegetable-based system because pink slimes don't give a fuck. Pink slimes don't give a fuck with the fucking deal with it sunglasses drifting down. Listen, just imagine the meme in your mind space right now. Pink slime looking all fucking cute and squishy. Then that fucking pixelated deal with the sunglass just drifting down from above. You know, like a meme from 2008. And then, oh yeah! From the fucking CSI in the back. Fuck! I'm old. Guys, I'm old! I'm old and not relatable anymore. Send help. We still only have 1 puddle. We got 1 fucking puddle slime, guys. You think that'll do it? Oh, I'm getting a headache. Please don't be the flu again. Please? I beg of you. Not again. Puddle? Cubes. Okay, we have a small problem. Alright, we're gonna sleep for the night. Because that doesn't fuck up the timer too much, does it? Sleep until morning. Ba-da-da-da. It's morning time. Still have 5 hours and yada yada. Oh, Beach. Beach. You occupy so much of my leg space, boy. You are getting to be a fat little sausage. You really, really are. You are getting to be a chunky young man. What are you now, 4 or 5? I think he's 5. Getting to be 6. Your mama would be so proud of you. Oh my god, about that, yeah. Fucking 2020 came around, I had 5 dogs, 2 cats, and a snake. This Saturday, BJ's mother, Dusty, not this Saturday, last Saturday. The Saturday I started streaming. That night, she passed away. And that has left me with nothing more than just the 2 dogs, Processor and BJ. They're the last. We all deal with that loss, you know? And it's fucking painful, and we all know that. But there is never going to be a point in my life where I don't want to suffer that. That is a loss. That is a pain, an agony that I happily fucking suffer every so often. You know? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel that way because that means you loved something. Something mattered to you. And it goes that way about people, okay? Grief is just that love trapped inside of you unable to be expressed to the one you care so fucking much for. Alright? That's what grief is. If you've lost someone in these last 2 years because of this fucking plague, or any other fucking reason, that's what that is. Feel it and take pride in it. Alright? That's... Oh man, I know that's a fucking dark rant to go on. I don't want to be on that rant, but I just got fucking punched in the face by sudden agony. So, you've all experienced that moment with me. My eyes are watering, my nose is running. There's a little dog at my feet that just lost his mother, okay? He doesn't fucking know any better. But, she's come back. We do aqua cremation. Very economically friendly? No, it's not economically friendly. It's very fucking expensive. It's very eco-friendly. Yeah. Instead of, like, normal cremation, like with the fucking fire spitting ash into the sky, they put her in this big-ass tank of water and, like, blast them with jets so that they... essentially, it's still ashes, kind of, but it's not, like, it's water. It's greener and yada yada. And we've done that with all of them. Yeah. We've got a lovely little collection of fucking urns now, these last, like, 2 years. The only one that didn't get aqua cremated was my snake, Echo. He got buried under the grapefruit tree. He did. He liked that. I think he liked that a lot. He liked to hang out on it. You know, take your snakes outside, people. Don't let them live in sad tanks all their whole life. Even if you have the coolest fucking tank in the world, let them have real sunshine every now and then. It's good for them, you know. You know when they do that windshield wiper thing on the glass? I know some people don't like snakes, but if you have snakes or lizards or shit, when they do that windshield wiper thing on the glass, that's them letting you know that they're bored and want to explore more, and it's time to take them out of the glass. And let them out in the grass. You know, if you're scared of that, put up like a little playpen, you know, something that they can't quite get out of too fast, something they have to maybe climb over. If you're scared they'll run away, just take your pets outside. Even if it's like out on your fucking balcony in the middle of New York City, let them see the sky, the sky, what? The sky, the blue, the black, either one's fine. Just let them experience. You are your pet's entire world. They see everything they will ever see through you. Okay? Remember that. You are so much more responsible than you ever think about. Okay? You might go, oh, I don't want to go to the dog park today. And you might say that again and again and again to yourself. But just go to the dog park. Okay? It's not just you. You're not the only one here. You are not the only one that decision affects. Put your cat in a harness or in one of those cute little zip-up bags or, you know, the backpacks, or build them a catio or something. Just, your cats need outside time too. It's very enriching for them. It makes them a lot happier. Take your fucking, I don't know, rat to the window. Take your fucking guinea pig out. I don't fucking know, but let them, they are animals. They are from the wilderness, derived from nature. Take it, okay? You have a meat suit, okay? Take care of your meat suit. Go to the bathroom, do your stretches and all that shit. Take care of that. Drink your water. Avoid soda if you can. Don't be a soda addict. You know? Aw, man, I missed it. I fucked up. Oh. Take it. Now cats? How many cats? 6 cats. 6 cats. 6 cats. He wants the stripy kitties. Stripy kitties. Stripy, stripy kitties. Little babies. I don't know what I'm gonna call this fucking video on YouTube. I always name them after the stream that they're on, but the, like, description. I've gotta offer a description for this. It's gonna be like hot takes with on a podcast like Slime Rancher stream or some shit like that. Cause holy fuck. We went off for a while. We've been going off all fucking night. We've been going off. Like, holy shit. My throat hurts. I've been yodeling on for so fucking long. What am I preaching? I don't fucking know. Don't fucking... Well, listen to me sometimes, okay? Listen. Don't be a dick is a pretty good... Pretty, basic life tip. Like, I mean, it's not like a, you know, like, rule or anything. I'm not, like, setting up laws. Though, technically, don't be a dick is the premise of a great deal of laws. But, the point of the matter is, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Swear to God, that's gonna be one of my first shirts. It's just gonna be, don't be a dick! So many people have a hard understanding of what don't be a dick means. Haha. That was a pun. Haha, that was a pun! It was an unintentional pun! Don't be hard about being a dick! Haha! It's just, Victor! Victor Hump! There you go. Meow! 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 Do I want to do it? Do I want to do this? I gotta get auto feeders. That's what I should save up for, is fucking auto feeders. Let's go around and collect these ornaments I've fucking left everywhere. Okay. Can't remember where I left most of them, but they're every fucking where now, aren't they? There's one everywhere. Man, I wonder what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. I was gonna make mac and cheese and chicken nuggets, which, not in the traditional sense. I'm not, like, I mean, I am a fucking 4-year-old, but, like, the KFC sense. Like, have you guys heard about that fucking KFC bowl? That is, like, to fucking kill for. It is so fucking good, that KFC bowl with the chicken inside. It's like a mac and cheese bowl, but they've put like their popcorn chicken inside the mac and cheese. You just stir that bitch up and it's the best thing you'll ever eat. It's so good. It is quality. And I don't know if that's like my autism going, my very, very, like, a lot of people say, like, self-diagnosed autism doesn't, like, self-diagnosis doesn't count. But for autism, it fucking does. Because getting an autism diagnosis is fucking impossible after a certain age. You know? Especially if you are AFAB. And you don't AFAB people do not give me a minute. I know what I'm trying to say, but my fucking words aren't coming out right. AFAB people don't present autism in the same way that is typically understood understood of autism, because when autism was studied, and it still kind of has this problem, but it's getting a little better now, but when autism was first studied, they only studied it in AMAB people. Males. Little young boys. So if you don't fucking align with how it usually, quote unquote, usually presents in AMAB people, young AMAB people, the doctors get confused because they're still not fully taught how it varies. So, self-diagnosing with autism is acceptable, okay? Respect self-diagnosed autistics, because if anybody fucking understands shit about autism, it's probably fucking autistic people, because, you know, they like to fucking learn shit, alright? They like to know shit. They're so good at fucking retaining information. And do not ever use the term Asperger's, okay? Listen. Asperger's isn't a fucking thing. Asperger's is autism. It's the same thing. It's just a fucking Nazi doctor. It's that Asperger was the name of the Nazi doctor that decided which disabled person was useful versus which disabled person was not useful. So, Asperger's was the usable autistic person. So don't fucking... Asperger's isn't a fucking thing. Don't use the Asperger's thing. Because it's not a thing. If you have a Asperger's kid, you don't have a fucking Asperger's kid. You have an autistic kid that's... I don't know what the fucking term is these days. It used to be like fucking high functioning versus low functioning, but that is not. That's also fucking gross. Don't do that either. You're either autistic or you're fucking autistic. You know? You're still autistic, you just have a different way of presenting it. It is a spectrum, and it's yada yada yada, this and that. But... I've expended all of my emotional stability, guys. I'm tired now. I'm emotionally exhausted. I got all fucking heated about the fucking people are people discussion. And, I think we concluded that people are fucking people, and all people have rights regardless of what kind of person they are. People are not debatable. It's always... And let me tell you why it's not a fucking debate. I'll tell you right now why it's a debate. Because every fucking time that's brought up as a question, every fucking time a type of person is brought up as a question, it leads to genocide. The Indian problem, the Jewish problem, the gay problem, the AIDS issue. It's a fucking... Every goddamn time it leads to a genocide. Every time. Every time. So if you ever hear someone say, the trans debate. No. No. Fuck you. Don't fucking hang out with that person anymore. It's not a fucking debate. People are not debatable. It's not a question. It's not an issue. It's not a discussion. It's not nothing. People exist. All fucking kinds of people exist. Every single... I'm doing it again. I've just realized I'm doing it again. That's how ADHD works, guys. Doing it again. I swear to God, next time I'm gonna be obsessed with puppies. I swear to God. Today I'm just obsessed with fucking political rights. But I gotta find a new hyperfixation for the day. Holy shit. But yeah, the point is, people are people, they're not debatable. Get the fuck over yourself. Just because you're in the minority doesn't mean you're right. There is not a discussion to be had. Every kind of person exists. And every kind of person has the exact same rights as every other fucking kind of person. If you want to take the right to get married away from a gay couple, then the right to be married from a straight person shouldn't exist either. Every right is for everyone. Every right is for everyone. End of fucking story. That's how it works now. I am making that law. I decree every right is for everyone. Women are allowed to have a divorce because men are allowed to have a divorce. Fucking gay people are allowed to get married because straight people are allowed to get married. Religious freedom. You can't have a cookie because I'm on a diet. I can have a cookie because I don't know how to put it now. I can have a cookie because cookies exist. That's what it is. And you can have a cookie because cookies exist. Okay? Everybody gets a cookie. Every fucking body gets a cookie. Take the cookie. Take the cookie or leave the cookie. That is a personal decision. Not a fucking political decision. It's not a fucking decision that's left to Jerry down the street. It's not a decision left to fucking Joe Biden or King Charles now. So sorry, England. I'm so fucking sorry. I know that's rough. I know a lot of people, like the monarchy, and a lot of people don't fucking like the monarchy. But the thing about the monarchy is people are getting... And listen, I understand. I do. I don't understand. I don't. Not in the... I totally get what you're going through, but I understand the perspective. People are mad at the monarchy across the world because England was the fucking colonizers that fucked the whole world up. I get that. I understand basic history. But at the same time, I understand basic history. And the monarchy hasn't been in charge of fucking political matters in England for over 100 plus years. Probably 200 or fucking more. It was probably 1876 or something that they lost that power, They don't make that decision. So please, for the love of God, stop wishing. I've seen so many angry, hateful, just cruel tweets about the Queen's death. About how people are happy she's dead, or how they wished she died more violently, or something like that. At no point during her reign did any of that shit happen, one. And at no point did she condone it. She made reparations for a lot of shit like that. She made a lot of reparations for shit. She was a good person. That queen was a good lady. Queen Elizabeth II did good. I mean, Diana's probably pissed at her, but... And I don't have a lot of faith in Charles making it much longer. I'm going to be dead honest with y'all guys. I think the next session is going to take place in the next 20 years. That man is, well, we know he's unstable. We know that Charles is unstable. But that's beside the fact. He's also, like mentally unstable, we know. But he's also just, pictures of him are kinda scary. He does not look like a healthy older man. He looks a bit ill. Has the do they have a royal doctor? Do they have a royal doctor? That'd be cool. But I mean, does his doctor check him regularly? Because genuinely that man is questionable. I feel like, is it William that's next? I think it's William that's next. Let me check. I'm gonna check that real quick. I downloaded a guide. It's in my fucking downloads. It won't take me very long. It's in screenshots, I guess, then. Now I'm just, like, obsessed with knowing. I gotta know the new succession. Who's the new successor? Now I have to Google it because I can't find the fucking image, and I'm obsessed with knowing it. I'm getting eaten. Help! We're gonna have to run fuck Succession for a minute. Okay. Succession. Is this the new hyperfocus for the moment? Hopefully. Let's discuss the succession of England. New line of British succession. Oh man, it gets complicated. It's like a fucking family tree. Okay. It is William. I was right! It's William, George, Charlotte, Louis, then Harry. Man. Let's give it to Louis. Isn't he like an infant? Give it to Louis! I don't live in England, so I'm not really paying for them. But from my understanding, they get like an allowance. It's not like they're like a fucking... I mean, they are filthy fucking rich, but it's not like... But it's less bad than everybody is like telling everybody it is. Not by much, but a little bit. I have fucked up whatever quest I was on. Was I on a quest? I don't even remember. I don't think I was. Maybe I was. If I was, I fucked it up. Star Mail! I should be reading these, to be honest. We'll start over from the beginning. Rise and shine! Casey! Hi, Bay! What's it like to sleep for a whole year? Did you dream? I can't imagine what it's like. 7Z puts you in a pod, and then the lights go out for all that time? Wow. What's the far, far range like? Have you started exploring? Is the air as clear as they say? I bet it's really beautiful. I'm probably asking too many questions. I bet you have a lot of work to do on that ranch. I still can't believe it's yours now. I guess I better leave you to it and just keep it short. Good luck, Bay. If anyone can make it out there, it's you, Casey. Welcome to the Far, Far Range, the 7Z Corporation. Miss LeBeau! The 7Z Corporation would like to welcome you to the Far, Far Range. Welcome and extend our support in bold new ventures as a slime rancher. Support extended. We would also like to request that you exercise caution in your first few days on the range. Until you get more familiar with your surroundings, traveling at night is not advisable. Lastly, should you require any additional tools for your backpack or items to make your slime ranching experience easier, the 7Z Corporation would be pleased to provide them to you from the shop located just outside your ranch house. The 7Z Corporation, providing the tools you need to get the job done. For us, for a small fee. The 7Z Corporation. God, that's... One day, here's something to fucking accept into your brain. One day, if capitalism continues the way it is, one day, either Google or Apple or Disney will buy both of the other two. That's a future. If it takes 500 fucking years, that's the fucking future if we let capitalism keep going the way it is. There will eventually be one of those fucking megacorps like fucking Altera or 7Z or Necocore or one of... Art is based in reality. Even video games. There is some nugget of truth in every fucking story. Every one of them. It's not predictive. It is an observation of the now. These people don't see into the fucking future when they make shit. They see what's around them. The Handmaid's Tale was not oh, this is just a terrible story about women. It was real for a lot of people. That was a time in there used to be slave breeders that bred slaves like cows. Okay? They did that to people. It was like, you could win your freedom after you bear us 15 babies. There were fucking fathers that had hundreds of children. There was a horrible time in history that actually fucking existed. Okay? Every nightmare you read, every nightmare you see, you are privileged enough to recognize that as a nightmare and not as a reality. One day, this will be real. This is Amazon. This is Google. This is Apple. This is all those fucking power-hungry companies that are destroying our planet for profit. They are destroying human lives for profit. Okay? That's reality. Orwell's fucking observation of the surveillance state was a long-ass time ago. It's only gotten worse. Things progress if you don't fucking recognize them as what they are. This, Google, Amazon, fucking, there are companies that do that. They aren't this blunt, but one day, if we keep letting them sneak a little closer, one step forward, if your enemy takes a step forward, don't take a step back. Step forward too. Close the gap. Tell them no. Stand up, puff your chest out, and say no. Okay? What these people rely on is the distortion of what the fuck is right and what the fuck is wrong. I don't know how I've heard it before, how it's been put before, but it was like something along the lines of, they distort what is acceptable by giving you little nuggets that are more easy to swallow. So they go, it's like, my brain's run out. I'm short-circuiting, guys. Beep, 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 beep. Error. Ouroboros.exe not found. Okay, let's just keep going. Welcome to the Range Exchange! Thora West. Hey there, beautiful. Hey there, Beatrix. My name's Thora West. I keep my introduction short on account that we all got work to do. I'm a long-time rancher here on the far range, and I head the welcome wagon for your local ranch exchange. The Ranch Exchange is a network of ranchers just like yourself who are looking to trade what they got for what they need. Slimes, plorts, food, whatever. All you need is to check out the Ranch Exchange machine daily and be sure to get your trade completed within 24 hours. As more ranchers get added to your network, you should receive hearty hello from them. So check your inbox. Well, enough jawing. We've got enough slimes to wrangle. Adios, Beatrix. My pet cactus from Casey. Hey, bae. I bought a cactus from you. Sort of. When I came back home, it was one of the only things left in your shop. It's a lonely little guy, so I decided to adopt it. You know I would kill every plant I touch, but I promise you, this one will be the last. I mean, if I can't keep a cactus alive, then clearly something's really wrong. When I look at it, I think of you out there on the range, doing your thing. Hope you're okay. The big storm. Casey, I got your mail. Of course I remember that day. I feel like that was when you and I got really connected. It was raining so hard that the streets were flooding, and we took shelter in that cafe. It was like a scene from a movie, only we both looked like wet animals. The guy running the shop was a real tyrant. Only way we could stay inside was by ordering one coffee after another. It felt like we learned more about each other that day than ever. Maybe it was the coffee because we were both talking really, really fast. I told you about my dreams, making music and all that. At least now I remember it. At least that's how I remember it. Walking home, when the rain came back, you got closer to me and my heart was racing. I couldn't blame that on the coffee. 7Z Rewards Club! Miss LeBeau! The 7Z Corporation would like to extend a very special offer to you. An invitation to the very exclusive, exceptionally choice, highly sought after 7Z Rewards Club. The 7Z Rewards Club allows you to earn ultra premium ranks with an exclusive club for only a semi-ultra premium price. It's just that easy. Each rank grants you a new club title, along with the unique rewards, such as a beautiful upgrade for your ranch, each exclusive customization options, and more. We look forward to your enrollment. I read that so wrong. The 7Z Corporation, offering you a path to greatness, one large sum of new bucks at a time. Fucking, is that another goddamn zinger of a fucking... Oh, man. What a slogan. What a fucking sales pitch right there. I'm in. Salutations, Miss LaBelle. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Victor Humphreys, professional slime rancher, slime scientist, and amateur musician. My understanding is that Miss West has already informed you of how the ranch exchange works, so I will spare you any further education. Instead, I'll illuminate you on what you can expect from my own requests. As a slime scientist / rancher, I have tremendous interest in the liquefaction form, Legion, that we share this vast range with. The slimes my studies off to keep me from venturing out on the range daily. When I find myself short of a particular species, I use the range exchange to fill that gap. Don't worry, though. I will reimburse you handsomely for your efforts. I'm trying to make him sound like he's a scientist who talks fast. Good luck on your new venture, Miss LaBelle. I look forward to seeing the life breathed once again into the former Twiggler's Ranch. Yours, Victor Humphrey. The Death Hike, Casey. Hey, babe! Do you remember when you took me hiking? I still didn't get how serious you were about the whole outdoors thing when you and your idea of hike just killed me. Oh, God. Oh, God, the words just went haywire in my brain there. Give me a second. Oh, my God. I don't have dyslexia, but I think I just had a glimpse into it. Oh, my God. Holy crap. They were dancing. They were dancing. Okay. Hey, babe. Do you remember when you took me hiking? I still didn't know how serious you were about the whole outdoors thing, and then your idea of a hike just about killed me. I showed up in normal clothes and shoes, and you were decked out and had a pack and gear. It was a nightmare for me! I think it was around 5 Mile Mark when I drenched in sweat and ready to collapse that I realized our ideas of fun were two very different things. Also, you weren't even that out of breath then. I still totally hate you for that, Casey. I should be reading those. 7Z Rewards Club. Purchase. I got a weather vane. Look. There he is. It's a big fat chicken. It's a big fat rooster. I had chickens once. Oh, man, that's a story. Oh. Me and my uncle don't get along. I don't think he knows that, but me and my uncle don't get along. And it's because of the fucking chicken thing. I had chickens when I was, in high school. I was a 4-H kid. If you know what a 4-H kid is, you were a 4-H kid. If you don't know what a 4-H kid was, it's like an agricultural education program. So they fucking teach you how fucking shit works in the real world. Because city folks don't understand how crops are grown, yada yada. That's what they tell you. So, when my brother was in 4-H, he got a whole ass fucking cow to raise. From bottle to fucking slaughter. He experienced that. I showed chickens. Yeah. I had fancy fucking Afro chickens, I had Silkies, I had Barred Rocks, and Leghorns, and I had a large collection of chickens. I had about fucking 3, 4 different coops. I loved having chickens. So I had chickens. But I had this one fucking rooster. I don't remember what that fucking called. It was an Afro rooster. I don't remember what the fucking breed is called. But it's the only breed I don't remember because it was something ridiculous. They have a plume of feathers on top of their head that is literally a little feather afro on the chicken head. It's great. Look them up. They're great. Usually they're known as a pretty nice, safe chicken to have. Very temper neutral, you know? They're not mean. There are mean chickens, but they are a nice chicken, usually. Breed standard is a kind and sweet and cuddly chicken. This fucking rooster, I named him Fonzie. After some fucking... Back then I was into classic rock. It was, I don't remember. It was a band member somewhere. Fonzie was a decent chick when when I was hatching out his eggs. The egg he and his ladies were born. I got them from a fellow 4-H kid that had chickens, and I just, took a clutch of eggs she had collected from various hens and roosters and shit that she had. And I've hatched Fonzie, raised Fonzie. He was a decent chicken growing up, but then at some point he just fucking went nuts. And he was a bit of a dick of a rooster at some point. I guess he was, doing whatever roosters do, they protect their bitches. Their harem. So, chickens aren't that hard to fight off usually, but you also have to be very cautious of roosters. Hence why there are literal fucking cockfights that exist as a fucking crime. Roosters are fucking terrifying. And if you don't believe me that a chicken can be fucking terrifying, let me remind you, they are fucking omnivores. I have another story about chickens being omnivores, but first, let's finish this one. So, I would go into the coop, once a day to refill the food and to collect all the eggs. As one is to do with fucking chickens. That's how chickens work. So I... Oops. I'm doing it again. Full autopilot, guys. Full autopilot. And he had about 10 hens with him. Just various hens of all kinds of different chickenness. Oh, dog food. Worry about that in a minute. But, all the hens were great. They were, lazy. They didn't give a shit about me. They're chickens. That's not the point of the story. The story is the rooster. But one day, my father came out to watch. He wasn't, on watch. It wasn't he was just following me out to see the chickens. I was a kid. They were chickens. Whatever. They lived in our backyard, so sometimes you just walk out there and hang out with the chickens, And he just walked out there while he was on the phone with his brother. Having a conversation. I don't even remember what it was about, but I was in there doing my thing. And usually I keep an eye on Fonzie because he's a fucking asshole. And he likes to start shit. And I was collecting the eggs, so my back was to the coop door. And I had this long, slender, hallway style coop. But it was tall enough that you could walk into it, like a walk-in closet. And by the human door was the coop door, where the chickens went in and out. And the coop door wasn't even an actual, door. It was just an opening in the chicken wire. So, it could not be closed. There was no way to close the coop from the chicken free-range area. So, I'm in there collecting my eggs, focused on the eggs. And suddenly I hear the sound of an angry rooster, which, if you are not familiar with that sound, it is about the sound of a banshee. Okay? That awful screeching howl. Alright? It's like a banshee fucked Karate Kid. Okay? It's like that. But shriller, because I can't fucking mimic a chicken properly. So, I hear that noise, and I go, well, he's a dick, but he's not that much of a dick. But still, I turn to start to leave the coop, because there's no point in being trapped in a fucking narrow coop with an angry fucking rooster. No matter if he's not that much of a dick, he can still fucking hurt you. But it turns out he was that much of a dick. Okay? It turns out he very much was that much of a dick. So if you don't know nothing about roosters, you might not know that they have spurs. And if you don't know what a fucking spur is, I don't know why they tape knives to them for cockfights. Because they don't fucking need to. Because it's about a 6-inch bone dagger that sticks out the side of your chicken's leg. Okay? That's what a fucking spur is. It is a fucking razor sharp bone fucking dagger that sticks out of your goddamn chicken's leg. And that is in addition to the standard chicken talons. Okay? And yes, chickens have talons like a fucking hawk. Okay? So, a hawk is less scary than a fucking chicken, okay? Let me make that clear to you. I don't know who the fuck domesticated these monsters that they're horrifying, okay? Chickens are terrible. I love them. They're great pets. But when a rooster is fucking pissed off, run. Run like hell. Run like hell. Okay? I'm more scared of a fucking pissed off rooster than I'm scared of a fucking pissed off dog. Okay? I don't care if it's a fucking German Shepherd, a pit bull. I'm terrified of a fucking rooster. That thing right there is deadly. Okay? So, fear the rooster. Always fear the rooster. Okay? And then, so, he comes at me, and I'm trapped at the back of the coop because the other... So, the door was on one end of the hallway, and the egg boxes were on the other end of the hallway. And it's about 8-10 feet long. You know, it is several steps. But the coop door is right next to the person door. The people access door. So that rooster is between me and the only fucking exit. Even if I wanted to fucking bail out the fucking coop door in an emergency situation, he was there. He was between me and any possible exit. This is a solid wood coop we made ourselves, DIY, home-built coop. Was not getting out of there. Okay? I was fucking trapped by this very pissed off rooster. And this is the first time he actually fucking full-on attacked me. Like, he had fucked me up before. Like, they'll attack you, and they'll scratch at you, and they'll peck at you, and they'll flap their wings and beat you with them. But when they want to fucking hurt you, like, really fucking hurt you, they will bust out those 6-inch fucking bone daggers. And 6-inch is a very modest measurement, let me tell you, because I think his were about 10. I think his were about fucking 10. Like, his spurs were a dick, they would have made a very happy woman, okay? So, he wanted to fucking hurt me that time, because he came, I still have these scars. I was bleeding from 4-inch round circumference punctures, no, diameter punctures through my fucking legs, okay? I needed stitches, it was bad, okay? He tore me the fuck up, and I was screaming and trying to beat him off with the fucking egg carton, shattering eggs everywhere. The hens came running in to eat the eggs, because they will fucking do that. You give a chicken an egg, they'll eat it. You give a chicken nugget, they'll eat it. Chickens are omnivores. Friendly reminder, they don't give a fuck what you feed them. Okay? So free-range chickens are eating lizards and mice and shit, okay? You are not getting vegan eggs. That's not a thing, okay? So... So, I'm being obliterated by this fucking chicken. I am screaming. I am crying. There is blood spurting out of wounds, gouged into my legs. It is spraying all over the fucking coop. It was bad, okay? Bad. And my father, my whole ass father, a grown ass man, big burly fucking man who built that same fucking chicken coop and has lived in the country his whole goddamn life and knows how to be a fucking... He's a man's man kind of man, you know? That, guns rights activist shit going down, you know? He's standing outside that coop, a man that is, you know, my father. I think I was fucking 12 or 13 at this point. It was middle school to high school, you know? So I think maybe I was 15. I was somewhere in that teenage range. It's hard to remember. But I am clearly overpowered by this chicken, somehow. You know, it seems, if you've never had a chicken, if you've never met a chicken, especially a rooster, that sounds absurd. I am well aware it sounds absurd. But I cannot handle this rooster because it's a chicken. It's faster than me. It's more well-armed than me. It is capable of flight. It is fucking me up. I am in pain. All I have to defend myself is a chicken egg carton, a cardboard egg carton that I am ruthlessly trying to beat this chicken with, and not doing well. And I am screaming and I am begging for help. And my father is freaking the fuck out, rightfully so, because there is blood everywhere, remember? It's like a fucking horse with a nosebleed, right? And he's saying, I can hear him saying, I need to get off the phone, I need to get off the phone, I need to get off the phone, let me go, I need to get off the phone, I have to go! His brother, my uncle, would not let him hang up the phone. My father explained to him the situation, explained to him that I was being mauled by a rooster with fucking 8-inch talons and a fucking spur that was sharper than his fucking shaving blade. And he wouldn't let him go. He wouldn't let him go. He was letting me fucking die by chicken. I had to go to the hospital. I had to get stitches. It was fucking horrific. I am scarred. I have fucking craters in my fucking leg that will never leave because of a chicken. My freaking uncle wouldn't let my father go. I could have bled out and died if that chicken had thought to use, like, his flight to get any higher up my body. You know? Like, he was getting up to, like, mid-stomach, and you know, but if he had, like, actually, like, flown at me, he could have easily hit my neck or my chest. And I was bleeding out as it was, but that's not the point. Okay, hold on. Hey, Beatrix! Organ Ortiz here. Name's Organ Ortiz. I'm not going with that one. I'm not going with that voice. I don't know why. I don't know what. I wasn't going for, like, any distinctive accent there, but I'm offended. I'm offended by what I just did. I am sorry. That was somehow aimlessly offensive. I want to give him some kind of voice, but I can't think of one to give him. I can't. The name is Organ Ortiz. Nope, I'm doing it again. That's the same fucking offensive accent. It's just in a deeper tone now. That was the same exact one. I'm just gonna fucking read it. We'll figure out his fucking voice later. The name's Organ Ortiz. I am a slime rancher much like yourself, but I mostly fancy myself as a farmer. I came to the far, far range to grow fruits and veggies the way we used to back on Earth, by getting down into the soil and getting our hands dirty. Do you know carrots improve your night vision? Yeah, seriously, they do. I don't see why all the ranchers aren't just gobbling them down every chance they get. Being lost out in the range at night can be so dangerous. Excuse me. Ugh. as I... my throat is sore from the chicken story. Well, don't let me ramble on you here. We'll be in touch via the range exchange. I tend to only raise slimes that eat fruits and veggies, so I expect those kinds of requests from me. Looking forward to doing business with you. Oh. I thought that was the fucking spook face, but it's not. It's oh. Ever hear of a gilded ginger? It's a mythical veggie that is said to be the favorite food of the equally mythical gold slime, but some say that neither of them actually exist. Well, we've already seen a gold slime, so... we've lived a life that no one has ever seen before. So yes, people. Chickens are omnivores. They frequently catch and eat bugs, lizards, field mice, other chickens, anything at all. They will fucking eat it. Yeah, we give them seed, corn, whatever the fuck, but if you have a free-range chicken that's not like a caged chicken from like those chicken farms that go, oh, free-range, grass-fed, vegetarian chickens. Yeah, no, that's not a thing. That is physically fucking impossible. If your chicken is free-range, it is murdering shit in your yard. It is murder. There is no such thing. I'm sorry if you're a vegan or a vegetarian or whatever and you eat eggs that you think are ethically sourced because they're vegan or whatever, they're fucking vegetarian, grass-fed, whatever chickens. They're still happy chickens. They're still perfectly happy chickens. They're living their best life, but they have murdered something. They have absolutely murdered something. Alright, we are going to get honey slimes. And when we get honey slimes and put them in that fucking cage, that's when we'll call the stream. Because I have to feed these dogs. I do. I could feed them and then come back and do more stream. Let's get the honey slimes anyway. We'll decide when we come back. We'll decide when we come back. I want 20 honey slimes. We're gonna put them in the new fucking field. So, to further my clear point that chickens will gladly eat meat, whoever thought that fox in a chicken coop was a good saying that exemplified that chickens are afraid of something, or that, you know, there's a predator in a safe space, has never actually seen what happens to a fox that somehow gets into a chicken coop. Sure, they might get a chicken, they might get a couple eggs, but that fucking rooster exists for a fucking reason. He has evolved to handle his fucking job. And you know how movies depict piranhas, and how piranhas aren't actually like that? Let me tell you something. Chickens are. If there is blood in a chicken coop, whatever is bleeding will not be there for very long. Now, so, I had a fox break into one of my coops. Different rooster. I had a coop for each of my roosters, and I had 4 roosters. So, this one was named Foghorn. Foghorn was my biggest rooster. He was a leghorn. My father named him Foghorn Leghorn. Haha, the fucking really old fucking Looney Tunes fucking cartoons, you know? Foghorn Leghorn, yeah! So, Foghorn was a nice rooster. He was a good boy. He would eat out of your hand. He was very sweet. He was not my sweetest rooster. That was Fella. But Foghorn was great. But a fox, because we live in the country, a fox did manage to get into one of our coops once. He did not survive, the fox. He did not survive that experience. Because I think he got a hold of one of the hens. One of my favorite hens. I believe her name was... Which one was it? I think it was May May. I had Mei and KK, and they were twins, because they were two silkies that I had that came in the same clutch, and they were both black, and they were sisters. So I was just like, those are Mei and KK. So, Mei and KK, I think it was Mei that got. KK was very distraught afterwards, and I think we didn't see what happened, but the aftermath was rather telltale. Okay, so Mei or KK, one of the two, was originally got, and some hen then noticed and sounded the alarm. Maybe it was KK, because KK was also found dead, but she had not died via fox. So either Mei or KK, one of the twins, was killed by the fox in a sneak attack, assumedly, and was immediately noticed. Like, he had not gotten to eating the chicken yet. He had not carried it away. He had not done anything with the chicken. Like, the chicken was killed by a good quick death by a fox, as foxes tend to do. And then he was immediately noticed. I don't know if if the twin that he had killed had screamed in pain or something, and thus outed him, because this was likely at night. But he was immediately noticed. And the other twin was probably the first one to notice, because she was the closest to him. And I guess they got into a fight. Like a combat battle, because she did not suffer immediate death. She had, like, scratches and bites that were not well aimed, you know? Like a fox aims their attack when they're, like, doing the stalk and pounce. The second sister did not receive the quick death. It was like, I don't even think she died by a fox, to be honest. But we'll get to that. Whatever the second twin did drew blood on the fox. And whatever the fox did in retaliation drew blood on the second twin. And then the horde descended. Okay? Whatever happened after that, once the blood was drawn, it was the end for both of them. Okay? The fox was killed by chickens. By many a chicken. I'm sure the rooster had some part in it, but he was not the sole combatant. There must have been, as Foghorn was one of my better roosters, as a show rooster and as a temperament rooster, he had more hens than Fonzie ever had. He had 20 to 30 hens. So, he had a horde. And it was not a big fox. I think the reason it broke into the chicken coop was it was hungry. So, we're gonna go until this story is over. That's what we're gonna do. I need 10 more slimes anyway. And it's better to do laps so that they can kind of like respawn and shit. But, so there were a lot of chickens in this pen. And it was a big pen, don't worry. We let our chickens have the room to be chickens. Because we liked our chickens. They were pets more than they were, at least to me. To my abusive mother they weren't, but to me they were pets. And I enjoyed showing them and having them as companions more than I enjoyed just harvesting their eggs until they died. You know, that wasn't as fun for me. I like having the animal more than just its byproduct. And that was the only time that I ever had an animal that produced a byproduct. Okay, my brother had a cow and he sold it at an auction to someone who slaughtered it, not slaughtered it himself. Okay, we did not receive the byproducts of Mook the cow. And we named him Mook because he had hiccups when he was a baby and he would moo and then hiccup and then it would go Mook, Mook. so his name was Mook. But that was the story for all of Mook's history. He also sucked on your thumb, because he never grew out of that. But we took care of our chickens. There was enough space for all these 30 chickens that lived in the same coop. And Meme and KK, the twins, that served nobly in combat together and avenged one another. So this fox was murdered by these chickens. And if you don't know chickens, you might assume that's the end of the story, that the fox was killed by chickens, and yay, good story, 2 chickens died, but the fox didn't wreak havoc in the coop forever. That's not the end of the story. I did not have to feed the chickens for a week, because those chickens ate the fox. They ate the fuck out of that fox. And if I tried to take the fox away, they tried to eat me. Like, I numerous times took a shovel and tried to get the fucking fox out of the coop, but I could not get the fox out of the coop. So for like, I don't know, 3-4 days, there was just a slowly disappearing corpse of a fox. I say 3 or 4 days. I don't think it was 3 or 4 days. I think it was maybe 2 days. Maybe. Because they ate that fox rather quickly. Because they're chickens. But we weren't going to eat them anyway. We had them for eggs. So it's not like we were concerned. And they never got sick from it. And there wasn't really much to do to, you know, stop them. When you're outnumbered, you're fucking outnumbered. And when you're dealing with vicious, tiny, feathered dinosaurs, it's best not to fuck with them sometimes. So, a fox in a henhouse is not to be taken literally. That is not a saying that has any merit whatsoever. At all. No. And chickens are not scaredy cats, okay? Chickens are fucking noble warriors. They are brave as fuck. They'll fight to the fucking death. They are awesome. Okay? Fear every kind of chicken, especially a rooster, because they have knives. Built-in knives. Okay? Don't respect chickens. Okay? If you want to make fun of a bird for being a fucking idiot, look at a turkey. Okay? Look at a fucking turkey. Just look at it. That's all you have to even do. But the more you learn about turkeys, the fucking dumber they are, okay? So, I've never had turkeys, but I know shit about turkeys, because I considered getting turkeys instead of chickens, because, you know, they're bigger and fun. I guess they're cuddly. I think they were cuddly at some point. Maybe I was misled, but if you leave a turkey out in the rain, they'll drown. And that is not a myth. That is a fucking fact. I had a friend who had turkeys. They died in the first rainstorm that he didn't bring them in. So, turkeys need a roof over their head at all times, because they're not bright. I don't understand how wild turkeys exist. I do not understand how wild turkeys exist. Maybe it's just domesticated turkeys or head empty, but fucking hell. Okay? Turkeys are fucking dumb. And chickens are terrifying and brave. And noble. Noble beast, the chicken. Chickens are well aware that they are descendants of dinosaurs. They know. They fucking know, and we're coming to the end of the story, and we don't have enough slimes yet, so we are going to continue until we have all the slimes. Then we will feed the dogs. And we are going to end the stream before we feed the dogs, because it's already past dinner time for them, so we're going to take the time to close out the stream and feed them. And then we will be done. And my throat hurts, so I will not be coming back. But we went off today. We learned a little bit about who Ouroboros is, and their stance on things, and moral ethics and shit. Okay? Whether you agree with me or not, that's how I fucking feel about shit. If you don't fucking agree with me, then you don't have to be here. You made a choice to be here. You can leave if you like. I don't care. I don't need you. I'm doing this for fun. If you don't like me, you don't like me, and we don't vibe, we don't vibe. So go be happy doing whatever the fuck you want to do. If you don't like what I'm doing, then find someone you do like what they're doing. If you're mad about something I said, or a story I told, or whatever, and you didn't leave, and you chose to bitch about it instead, that's a decision you made. Okay? That had nothing to do with me. You made the decision to stay here. You made the decision to bitch about it. You could have left at any point. Yes, Bubba, I know you're hungry. I said in a minute. You could have left at any point. You could have... What that says about you says more that... It says more about you than it says about me. It says you're shit at making decisions. That's what it says. If you don't like what I got, leave. I'm not keeping you here. I'm not begging you to be here. I'm not... You're not trapped. I didn't put fucking handcuffs on you. There's a little X in the top window. Right in the top corner of your screen, there's a little X. Or if you're on mobile, there should be an arrow somewhere. Leave. Yeah, it's that easy. Fucking leave. I don't fucking care about your fucking shit. Alright? If you don't agree with me, fine. That's your opinion. Get out of your fucking echo chamber. You know, if you're stuck in a fucking echo chamber and you're mad about trans people or some shit, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm glad to say that. You're a fucking dumb shit. If you don't like fucking people being people and having rights that people have, you're a fucking idiot. And you're a dying breed. So good. Fucking die faster, please. I want the last 4 slimes. It's 4, right? I don't know. I'm not good at math. So, I don't give a shit about your opinion. Okay? If you... And here's the fucking thing people don't understand. Some opinions aren't opinions. Some opinions are factually incorrect, and that means they're not a fucking opinion, and having it doesn't mean you have a right to your opinion. It just means you're factually wrong and you're a fucking idiot. Trans people exist. Trans people have rights. If you don't believe that, you're fucking wrong, and you're a fucking idiot. End of story. If you don't like that, boo fucking who, leave. There's nothing you can say to me to change my mind, and there's nothing you can say that changes fucking reality. Pick up a biology textbook. Pick up an anatomy textbook. Grasp more complex science than 5th grade. Okay? Get past 2nd grade. Get past 2nd grade and come talk to me again when you understand what the fuck you're talking about. Because you don't. Okay? Gay people exist. Gay people have rights. What if someone told you you weren't allowed to kiss the opposite gender? Huh? What if someone told you that wasn't okay? That wasn't quote-unquote natural? You'd be fucking wrong. Okay? You'd be fucking wrong. Homosexuality is expressed in over 450 species on this planet. Gay shit exists, and it has always existed. You are wrong. Get out of the echo chamber, go the fuck outside, and talk to real people. Because this will be going on YouTube. And I know there will be comments. One day. One day there will be comments. And I don't fucking know when. I don't care when. But since I went off today, in the beginning of the stream, I fully expect that there will be some asshole that doesn't like it, doesn't agree, this, that, and the other thing. Boo fucking who. You are factually, literally, incorrect. Okay? It's not a fucking opinion if it is scientifically proven wrong. That's not opinion. You're just wrong. And that's my stance on that. Okay? And yes, I don't fucking like you. And I'm allowed to not like you. Just like you're allowed to not like me. That's the way the world works. Everything you say can go either way. You want to ban books for sexual contact? The Bible will be banned then. You want to fucking, like I said earlier, if you don't want gay people to be married, then straight people shouldn't either. You don't want gay people's love and affection expressed to children, then don't express straight people love. Okay? Okay? You don't want sexuality expressed or taught to your children? Then stop. You and your wife are expressing sexuality. Stop. You're perverted and dirtying those child's minds. That's... Things go both fucking ways. Alright? I was taught as a child the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay? That goes both ways. If you're gonna treat me like shit, I'm gonna treat you like shit. And that's... I don't give a shit about moral high roads or whatever the fuck. Okay? I don't care. Treat me like shit and I will treat you like shit. I did the same fucking thing with my mother. Alright? You think you're more important to me than my fucking mother was? That bitch raised me. You are nothing to me. I don't even know you. You're pathetic. And to everybody who does agree with me, you're good people. You know what the fuck reality is. You're awesome. You are kings and queens and monarchs of unspecified gender. You are fucking amazing. Yes, you are. No, I don't want to hear a fucking argument. I said you're fucking amazing. Yeah, I know I talked a lot of shit about how people are awesome. I mean, people are awful. The opposite of that. But you know what? You know sometimes you have awful tendencies. And you have acknowledged that some parts of you are shitty. And you work real hard to suppress those shitty parts of you so other people don't have to fucking put up with them. Isn't that amazing? You only let the good parts of you shine. You only let the good parts of you shine. You are a good person, and people love you, and care about you, and you should be happy in every part of your life. You should. You deserve good things. But if you don't agree with me, you are a dying breed, and I am happy, so fucking happy, to watch that evil bleed slowly out of the world like the light from a dead person's eyes. And I am watching with glee as you die out, little bit by little bit, screaming the whole fucking way. It brings me so much carnal, visceral, bloodthirsty joy to watch people learn and become better fucking people. So if you don't learn and become a better fucking person, you will die hated, despised, loathed, and disgusted by every person that speaks to you and understands the fucking hatred and vileness that sits inside your soul. You are a repulsive, stagnant, rotting creature. And fuck you. If you are learning to be better, I understand that it can be hard at times. It can be. Sometimes you don't understand. There was a point in time I didn't understand trans people. You know? There was a point in time when I didn't like black people. Because when I grew up, in elementary school, all my bullies were black. And I thought that meant every black person was a bully. Because I was young. And I was dumb. But we learn. We grow. And by the way, if you were ever racist at any point, you don't have to tell people. I'm telling it right now to make a very important point. Okay? Learn better. Educate yourself. Pick up books. Okay? Read and learn and understand about perspectives that are not your own very privileged perspective, okay? If you are not gay, pick up a book written by a gay person about gay people. If you are not disabled, pick up a book written by a disabled person about a disabled person. Watch TV, look at art, learn about the things you don't understand. If you're not black, watch a black documentary by a black person about black people suffering. Okay? Find one of those TikTok channels that educates you about lesser known black history. About the fucking people don't know about the goddamn breeding farms. Okay? They did that shit to people. Like they were fucking cows. Like they were animals. Like rats in a cage. Okay? That was reality. Shit went down. Alright, we're gonna start. Is that 2? Yay, we need 2. Okay. Alright? Learn. Open your mind. Stop being a literal fucking brick of a human being. Okay? When you are that close-minded, you are that dumb. You are as dumb as a rock. You are living under a rock. You are mindless and numb and hollow and pointless and shallow and learn more. Always be educating yourself about things you don't understand. Google is not difficult, okay? Find reputable sources from what you're looking at, okay? Find unbiased scientists. Find trans people. Find gay people. Find black people. Find disabled people. Find Asian people. Find the people that know. Because you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You never know shit. I am a white, disabled, neurodivergent LGBTQ person. And I don't know about the black experience. I don't know about the Hispanic experience. I don't know about the Latina experience. I don't know about the transitional trans experience. I don't know about the lesbian experience. I don't know about the gay You don't know shit, okay? If you're white, you don't know about the black experience. If you're white, you don't know about the Asian experience. If you're black, you don't know about the Taiwanese experience. Yeah. If you're a transitional trans person, you don't know about the non-binary experience. You don't know. Every person has a blind spot. At least one. Likely hundreds, okay? You will never be able to know everything you can possibly know. But you can try. And if you find one of those blind spots, if it walks up to you and says hello to you on the street, take out your fucking phone, or go home to your computer, or go to the library computer, and find those non-biased sources. Find them and figure out what the hell, okay? Try to learn. Try to be better. That's all. And you're entitled to your opinions. You are. But you don't have to be a dick. Okay? There's a difference between having an opinion and being a dick. Okay. We're closing out the stream, guys. That's the starting. There we go. That's better. That was starting soon. Sorry. We went to the wrong one. That's fine. Okay. Alright. Alright then, ladies, gentlemen, and gender ambivalent entities. That is it for tonight. We are going to close out the stream here. If you want to support the channel, remember to please follow, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this to all your friends and family. All that good, important stuff we do for all the content creators we love. If you enjoyed our stream here tonight and would like to see more content, that's how you do it. With notifications on, so you can't possibly miss a thing. Any and all donations and bits are very, 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 very greatly appreciated and go towards my continued survival and medical care as well as channel maintenance. The VOD of tonight's stream will be posted to my archive YouTube channel, Ouroboros Gaming VODs, at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, next Sunday. Yes, next Sunday. So if you missed part of the stream or want to rewatch it, head over there. We went hard today. We went so hard. We popped off. We went hard. We're going to just take pride in going hard, despite the fact that maybe we went a little harder than we should have. Okay? And with all that out of the way, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be and whatever time it may be when you find this. May your sleep be well when next you try, and your dreams be sweet and peaceful. Remember to cherish, to love, and take care, tender care of your one and your only meat suit. Drink your water, take your medicine, do all those big stretches you gotta do. Go to the bathroom, stop holding it. Don't fucking hold it. That's not healthy for your guts. And remember, finally, the most important thing. Remember, take that deep breath from time to time. And remember to forcibly, deliberately and forcibly let all that tension, all those hard, knotted up, squished up bits of your muscles, let that out. Let that out. You're gonna get like a tumor or a knot, and it's not gonna be great. It's gonna hurt. Okay? Let it out. Let that stress out. Stop clenching your jaw. Put your shoulders down. Put them back. Okay? And that thing you're doing to your legs, stop it. Okay. Bye-bye. Goodbye.